Fort Smith.
The 3-1 now on Christian Franklin is hit high in the air, deep to left field, sending Dugas back to the wall, and he leaps, and it's out of here, into the bleachers.
Hey, this is Darren McFadden. You're listening to The Morning Rush.
Live from the Busch Light Studios.
You're causing a major disturbance on my time.
If I'm here and you're here, doesn't that make it our time?
On your favorite Arkansas sports talk station. Streaming live from hitthatline.com.
There's a lot of lions, tigers, and bears, but there ain't but one Razorback. Number one.
This is The Morning Rush.
Borderline erotic.
With Ty Richardson.
Sunshine. That's cool. I can dig it.
And Tommy Kraft.
Do I look happy?
What's wrong?
Lloyd!
The Morning Rush starts right now.
You go down to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and you get a baseball series win, the first since 2004, only the second in the history of Razorback baseball in Baton Rouge, which is just so surprising, so odd, such an anomaly when you think about the great history, the rich tradition of this baseball team. But it was awesome to see them get it done. Some guys drafted in the NFL draft. We talk a lot about the first round on Friday. You only had one player this season that was drafted, being Jonathan Marshall. But you had some other guys that signed free agent deals all over the place. We'll get to those conversations. Justin Smith, his decision came out yesterday, kind of what he's thinking and moving forward. He's going on to the next stage of his career. We just got a lot of stories that came out of this weekend in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, that we're going to get to as well. Now, I want to start this morning. I've had a perfect attendance record here on the Morning Rush where I haven't missed a show, and I flirted with disaster this morning because when I go somewhere on the road, and how do you change your alarm schedule when you did the show at the River on Friday? Do you move your alarm back 15, 20 minutes just because you wake up and do that? Mm-hmm. So I do that as well. And instead of I typically wake up at 4:15 every morning on the dot. I have 3 alarms set. I have my house alarm that's just right next to my bed, and then I have 2 alarms on my phone for 4:30 and 4:40. So I have a 3 alarm just in case. Well, Friday or Thursday night, I turned off my 4:30 and 4:40 and just set one for 5 and 5:15. Just because I wake up, the equipment's right there.
You don't have to go anywhere.
Exactly. And
I know where this is going.
I forgot to reset the alarm back. And so when I got back last night, I turned on my house alarm at 4:15, heard it this morning, woke up, I always turn my lamp on next to my bed, but sometimes I'll fall back asleep, and it's reinforced when the second alarm goes off. Yeah. This morning it did not.
No second alarm.
And so I woke up at 5 o'clock and was just in sweats because I flirted with disaster this morning.
Well, 5's not too bad. I've flirted much closer with disaster than that over the last 15 years, and you will too at some point. You do this long enough, but it is every morning radio man's nightmare. If you haven't yet, you will at some point wake up at 2:30, 2:15, 3:05, somewhere in the middle of the night at some point about once a year with a nightmare that you were late for work.
So I'm still, luckily, perfect attendant. You know how you used to get those attendance records in elementary school where you get credit for that. Luckily, it's still intact, but it was barely still intact.
Tardy.
Yeah, my biological clock in my head woke me up, but man, oh man, I would have been you guys would have had a field day with that if I would have showed up late. You and SmackDown would have been like, oh, he's still sweating out the toxins. He's still doing this. He's still doing that.
We wouldn't have said a word.
And I would have been very angry at myself because I don't want to miss work. But I made sure to turn my alarms back on, 4:30, 4:40. It's always good to have a backup plan.
Yeah, somehow I've managed to figure out how to set the clock on. I don't know how I did it. I'm sure I had a child help me, but mine I have a Monday through Friday alarm on my phone, and then I have to adjust it, like you said, from time to time. But how was Baton Rouge, my man?
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I heard this song so much down there, and I loved it. Oh, it was absolutely glorious. And winning's just the best part of anything, right?
Well, they won 2.
Huh?
They won 2.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
Yeah.
They won the series.
You know, if I think of me and SmackDown would have been, they'd probably had a sweep. But I don't know what happened. I don't know what you did late in that second game, but it all came unraveled from, you know, second half of the second game on.
You're awfully happy this morning.
Smin this morning.
There's a lot. Do we need to talk about something?
Well, it's unwrap it throughout the show.
We can tease it.
You know,
there's a lot of stories that came out of this weekend. A lot of stories. You say
it was a work trip.
Did you notice what he had on the
I'm waiting for all the notes and all the detailed, organized game notes from watching all 3 games.
You just said you're awfully smitten this morning. Is that what you said?
I'm in a great mood.
Did you notice on the rundown he said he's getting a haircut this week?
I saw that. I figured I'd let him get to that.
Something's adding up here.
I just saw the pictures that I posted on social media, and I was like, I think it's time for a haircut. And I had a couple people saying the same thing. Now, I will say, Tommy, you saw Fayetteville Bears tweet. He said, turns out Ty is a good luck charm. A deep run in Indy, and now this. Tommy needs to give this man a bigger expense form.
Oh, I got a bigger expense forms.
Yeah.
We got some legal size paper out here we can put it on.
I also have a receipt over here that we will get to coming up. That
a what?
Recept? How do you say it?
A what?
A receipt?
A recept?
And I said receipt the first time, and then you looked at me weird. And then I said recept. Receipt, right?
Well, that's for when you go and actually do work, when you turn in receipts.
I did do work.
What work did you do?
I watched the baseball games this weekend. That counts as work, right?
Can I just pick your brain on something for a second? I want to figure out what logic this was a good idea. Why did you get a baby blue Razorback polo?
Because he's an Ole Miss guy.
That's now covered in spaghetti sauce, but we'll get to that later. I've had to say this story several times on the program. I feel like I'm just repeating myself. Going to the Stadium Shop, see our friend Robert and Elizabeth Mann. I wanted the red one. They were out in my size because they're doing so well. And I asked Mrs. Elizabeth, and I held up a gray one and the blue one. I was like, from a woman's touch, which one do you like better? She pointed to the powder blue one, and I took it, and I heeded her advice.
She thought you were buying for a woman with
right,
hair.
Exactly,
that's what
exactly.
Yeah, that's what she thought.
She got confused.
She goes, with that long hair. It probably looks better on a girl.
Yeah.
And for you and your hair, that makes sense.
It's getting chopped this weekend. So it is getting chopped on Wednesday because we're heading up to Gaston's on Thursday. So I figured I'll get it. And I'm going to my sister's graduation this weekend. I should probably look somewhat presentable for that. Somewhat. So.
Well, you've been telling us for weeks how it's the best hair in the media. So.
It is the best hair in the media, but it's also getting a little long, get a little straggly. It's there's a lot of oil in it. Didn't wash it this morning, so.
Or this weekend.
This weekend. So.
I know how these things go.
We got some work to do.
You can't BS the BSer around here, you know.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to get all the way chipped off or just a good chunk of it trimmed. I haven't figured that out yet. But, man, do I have some stories for this weekend. Do
you have any game notes? Where are the detailed game notes from?
Baton Rouge. They got left.
That's what we need for receipts. We don't need, fuel and meals. We need game notes. Those are the receipts we're looking for.
What was your take?
Your scorebook. Where is your scorebook?
Yes. It's in Baton Rouge. I left it there. It's at Hog Slop in Baton Rouge's apartment. It's down there.
We can't send him anywhere.
I'm telling you what. All right, more detailed notes of Ty's Baton Rouge trip coming up, plus the NFL draft and much more. Hot Take Monday, your text and calls on the way, brought to you by Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off I-49 in Springdale. Get out and see the natural state, all it has to offer this year, and do it one of the best brands you can find by Grand Design, Forest River, KZ, Heartland, Keystone, or Alliance. You're going to find only the best at Wheels. And every model they sell comes with a brand-new lifetime warranty as well. Plus, they have a mobile service shuttle to give you peace of mind as well. So come on in and discover why Wheels RV was voted the best RV dealership in Northwest Arkansas. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Got some conversation surrounding the NFL draft with the Arkansas Razorbacks that we will get to. Justin Smith's decision that I know a lot of people were sad to see him go, but just really excited about what he did at Arkansas and just so happy that he ended up becoming an Arkansas Razorback. There's some other quick headlines that we will get to, including a mock draft where Traylon Burks is in the top 20 for next year, the top 20 players drafted. All that's coming up on Hot Take Edition of the Morning Rush.
Hot Take Monday is brought to you by Wheels RV, Highway 412 in Springdale, and online at wheelsrv.net.
Eagle's Nest is coming in hot.
Headquartered here in Arkansas, designed in Switzerland, and field tested by customers all over the world, Canis Tactical Hunting Gear will allow you to hunt longer, farther, and in more comfort than ever before. Our Alpha Camo pattern was designed with versatility in mind. Whether you are hunting early or late season whitetails, chasing greenheads in the timber, our layering system will keep you warm and dry no matter how extreme the conditions. Visit us at canisathlete.com and use the code ARKANSAS to receive 15% off your first order. Canis Athlete, be the wolf.
The Mega Millions jackpot from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery is now more than $200 million. So, what would you do if you won?
If I won a big jackpot, I would build a huge mansion next to Mount Magazine.
If I won, I would travel, and I would travel, and I would travel some more.
Got your ticket? If not, visit your local lottery retailer for your chance to win the Mega Millions jackpot of more than $200 million. This is winning. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Wheels RV in Springdale wants you to seek out all the natural state has to offer this year. Explore Arkansas in a new RV from Grand Design, Forest River, KZ, Heartland, Keystone, or Alliance. All the best brands at the best prices. Enjoy peace of mind with our lifetime warranty on every new RV and a mobile service shuttle to keep you camping. So come on in and discover why Wheels RV was voted the best RV dealership in Northwest Arkansas. 5 miles west of I-49, exit 72. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Did you know that you can get your car serviced or repaired without ever leaving your house? All you have to do is call Jody's Auto Service Center at 479-649-3399. Jody's will pick up your vehicle, service or repair it for you, and return it fully disinfected to your driveway. Pickup and delivery is free for jobs $75 or more. Jobs less than $75 can be picked up and returned for a $10 fee. Let Jody's Auto Service Centers handle all your service and vehicle repair needs. Call 479-649-3399. Jody's Auto Service Center.
There's never been a better time to create the backyard of your dreams than during the 43rd anniversary sale at Burton Pools and Spas. Hi, Tommy Kraft here from my good friends at Burton's. 43 years in business. That should tell you something right there about the service and the high-quality products they provide at Burton Pools and Spas. April 23rd through May the 3rd, take advantage of big savings. Cash and carry above-ground pools start at just $19.99. Check out the semi-in-ground pools starting at $99.97. And during the anniversary sale, save 10% off on select chemical packages to make your pool look perfect this spring and summer. 43 years in business for Burton Pools and Spas. Celebrate with them April 23rd through May the 3rd. Burton Pools and Spas, 6121 South Zero Street in Fort Smith, and just off I-49 at the 412 exit in Springdale, and always online at burtonpools.com. 43 years in business, Burton Pools and Spas, your source for backyard fun.
Largemouth bass will be spawning soon at ponds and lakes all over Arkansas and Oklahoma. One of the best lures to catch them on at this time is the famous Yum Dinger. We make them by the truckloads in Fort Smith in 3, 4, 5, and 6 inch sizes, and they are in tackle boxes of bass anglers all over the U.S. and all over the world. Wacky rigging the 5-inch model can't be beat for spawning bass. Available at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Academy, LureNet.com, and tackle stores all over the place. The Yum Dinger.
River City Bistro is Fort Smith's favorite place for lunch, dinner, and brunch. Open 7 days a week, both on the heated patio and the cozy dining room. River City Bistro is locally owned and open weekdays 11 to 8, Saturdays 10 to 8, and Sundays 10 to 3. Want River City Bistro curbside to go? Just search on Facebook or Instagram for River City Bistro or go to rcbistro.com. River City Bistro, 7320 Rodgers Avenue in the Stonewood Village Shopping Center.
Farm Credit has been a trusted friend for over 100 years. They are ag financing experts. So whether you're a longtime farmer, new to farming, or buying your dream home or land in the country, their experienced staff has a plan to fit your goals, needs, and your bottom line. From farms to land, livestock, equipment, and more, Farm Credit finances it all. Learn more at myaglender.com. Farm Credit is an equal opportunity lender.
Hi folks, Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources, where it's trading time. I really need to keep my lot stocked, so all this month, I'm giving up to $3,100 extra for your trade. Even if you still owe money on your car, up to $3,100 extra goes a long way to help you get into a nicer, newer car today. Call, go online, or come by and choose from a great selection of Rath Road-ready cars, trucks, and SUVs, each one hand-picked and inspected in our Meineke Car Care Center. Plus, our For the People credit approval process works with the country's best banks and lenders to make sure you drive off with a payment you can afford. If you're keeping the car you have, let us take care of it for you in our Meineke Car Care Center with free AC performance checks, half-off brakes, and buy 3, get 1 free on all tires. Better yet, trade it in for something nicer and newer today and get up to $3,100 extra on trade during trading time at Arkansas's favorite used car dealer, Rath Auto Resources, and the Meineke Car Care Center, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, or online, rathauto.com.
ESPN 95.3. The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
5 to shoot on the offensive end. Sills to Note, left wing, three-pointer good.
Just say, Alexa, play ESPN Arkansas.
ESPN Arkansas from TuneIn.
Jonathan Marshall selected by the New York Jets in the NFL draft. Some other guys were signing free agent deals. Hear what Sam Pittman had to say about Mr. Marshall coming up here on the Morning Rush.
Hey, brought to you by the Fence Man. 782-3936 is the Fence Man's number. Give him a call for anything involving fencing, gates, fence repairs, or new fence construction. They do it all, and all kinds of fencing as well, from chain link to wood privacy fence, vinyl fencing, barbed wire fencing, custom wrought iron installations, anything you can imagine involving a fence, the Fence Man does it. Even powered automatic gates as well. 479-782-3936. That's 782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Congratulations, John. I'm so excited for you and can't wait to watch you compete at the next level. Your selection makes it 26 years in a row that a Hog has been drafted, and I know you'll continue to represent this program the right way. You've earned this moment not just because of your play on the field, but for who you are off the field as well. You are a great Hog, and I know you'll be a great Hog in the NFL. Best of luck, and woo pig suey.
That was Sam Pittman on Jonathan Marshall. Now, Clay Henry last week and weeks leading up to this draft has told us what a great young man Jonathan is on and off the field. So the NFL is getting a great player, particularly the New York Jets, as he makes his way up there and puts him some green on. And I think I'm really excited about his potential next year. Now, I know the Jets have been in disarray and they haven't been the best franchise as of late. I'm hoping that changes. I know some people are excited about what Joe Douglas, their GM, has done this offseason, and particularly what he's done in the NFL draft. And now it's just a wait and see until this upcoming fall.
Yeah, I don't know much about the depth of the personnel on their defensive line, but you're just hoping Jonathan can find a place on special teams and find a spot to just make the roster. I mean, that's what it's about when you're drafted late, free agent signing. I know we're going to get to Felipe and Rakeem and some others that were picked up as free agents. You're just trying to make the roster at this point. Forget about starting, forget about Hall of Fame career, make a roster, stick around, get a job, get a check. That's what it's all about right now, is trying to figure out how to put yourself in that position.
And you got to do it by participating on special teams. A lot of time when you're
exactly right.
Late drafted, you have to give every bit of effort, and a lot of times you'll be drafted for that sole purpose early on in your career, and then eventually you'll get to make a roster, get more playing time down the road.
You know, just looking at where Arkansas ended up with one draft selection, a few free agent pickups, are you more impressed now with the 3 wins this year when you look around the league? And, of course, the SEC led the way once again. It wasn't even close with the number of draft selections. What was it, 51 or 53? I don't have the number right in front of me, but it was overwhelming once again how the SEC led the way. We saw the top of the draft that we talked about Friday after Thursday's selections. For Arkansas to get 3 wins, and not just the 3 wins, but to compete in so many games this year the way they did, they were doing it shorthanded. I mean, we know some of those games there was COVID issues with this team. The LSU game sticks out as one in particular. Ty, I'm telling you, the 3 wins they have now are even more impressive to me following the draft and just seeing kind of what the real results of roster comparison are.
Because they didn't have as much talent relative to the other teams. I mean, you think about Alabama. And Alabama finished with 6 guys drafted in the first round.
Correct.
Okay. I couldn't tell you offhand about LSU and some others. You think about Jamar Chase, Terrace Marshall, and some other guys. Georgia the same way. And you competed with the likes of
12 in the first round from the SEC.
You competed with the likes of a lot of different teams in this league with the lesser roster, and I think that's what Sam Pittman was able to do this year, is get these group of guys who are far less talented to just believe in himself, and that was in year number 1 with the toughest schedule in college football. You're once again given that the toughest schedule in the country, and now you got to turn what you were able to do and accomplish in year number 1 and help it move along, kick the can down the road, and get some things done in year number 2.
Yep. All right, so you want to go over some of these other free agent signings?
Absolutely.
And who they're with. Rakeem Boyd is headed to the Detroit Lions. Xavier Kelly, who transferred in from Clemson, was with you as a defensive lineman going to Baltimore. Felipe Franks, who you thought would be drafted, is going to be an Atlanta Falcon. And we mentioned Marshall Jacobs going to Detroit as well. So
I like the Franks because I think he'll get – I don't know how long's left on Matt Ryan's contract, but that's an opportunity to learn from who's a guy that's been a pretty solid quarterback in the NFL that came up just short to Tom Brady and the company in the Super Bowl. Rakeem Boyd, they have DeAndre Swift. Who else is in that running back room for the Lions? I can't think of who else, but that'll be interesting to see if he can crack that rotation. I think Adrian Peterson's going to sign a free agent deal or did somewhere else. So it's all about sometimes where you end up and just getting in the right situation, as you mentioned, and hopefully for these former Razorbacks that they'll find themselves with a good position coach, a good head coach, and the ability to get on the field, whether it's just special teams, whether it's making a roster. That's just, you mentioned, that's just such a key part of this whole equation. It's just initially making the roster and then showing that locker room and that coaching staff what you can do on the field.
Yep, you just and staying healthy. That's the other key, because when you're drafted late, free agent, you can't afford to miss any practice time or have anything that's going to sit you down, or you likely end up cut. If you've watched Hard Knocks, you know that. Just watching Hard Knocks, injuries are a killer for a late-round draft choice, and particularly free agents.
That's a bummer.
Who's got to stay healthy?
Have they announced who has Hard Knocks this year?
I don't know. No,
Okay.
I don't. I used to be a diehard on that show, and I kind of the last 2 or 3 years I've fallen off on that. I need to get back into watching Hard Knocks.
It's enjoyable.
But now that they've taken HBO, unless you have the HBO Max or whatever it is, and I don't have Uverse, I got Dish, that it's harder to pick up
to
on.
watch it.
Yeah.
We have HBO Max, so I bet it'll be on.
I'll have to get you off to steal your login.
Yeah, I was gonna say it'll be on the house on our house TV. I would say a few times. I don't know if we'll be watching it to the T, but I think you could find it on our screen a couple times.
Yep, some fun stuff there.
Yeah, got some quickie headlines to get to coming up here on the Morning Rush. I think the biggest being Justin Smith announcing that he is moving on from the Arkansas basketball program, which so many of you were thankful for what he did. I saw when he put that message out that Arkansas fans were flooding his mentions and just saying, thank you, Justin, so much for coming. We appreciate your contribution to the Arkansas basketball program. That's something we'll have to get to coming up here on the Morning Rush. The stuff with Aaron Rodgers, that's really been taking away.
I got some thoughts on that.
The NFL draft is the center of conversation every single time it comes around, and that story almost rivaled it this weekend. And it didn't bury the NFL draft, but you even heard throughout the NFL draft, hey, what's the situation with Aaron Rodgers? Adam Schefter, others were talking about it extensively on ESPN. That's something we will also get to coming up here on the Morning Rush. You have a thought or opinion on it? You can hop in here on a Hot Take Monday.
Hot Take Monday is brought to you by Wheels RV, Highway 412 in Springdale, and online at wheelsrv.net.
Hey, it was BYOG, bring your own guts.
So, you upgraded to the elevated ride of the 2021 Toyota Highlander.
New Highlander, Mr. D?
Yeah, Figured it was time for something nicer, more refined.
Look at this thing. I mean, that moonroof is pretty sweet.
It's extremely stylish.
That's not all. As you can see, it has leather seats, dual zone climate control,
and comes with all the latest tech.
And Android Auto. Check out this 12.3-inch touchscreen. Great for navigation, hands-free communication, music.
Awesome.
The Highlander also has loads of space and even a third-row seat.
Did I see 5 USB ports?
You sure did, buddy.
Perfect place for your daughter's new boyfriend.
This is so embarrassing.
Elevate every ride in the new 2021 Highlander.
Get $1,500 customer cash, or qualified lessees can lease a new 2021 Highlander L for only $279 a month for 36 months with $29.99 due at signing. Toyota, let's go places. See packages and options at toyota.com for feature availability. Visit buyatoyota.com for details. Offers available in select states and N5321.
Standard Materials Group has immediate openings for ready-mix drivers in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you have a CDL license without an automatic restriction and want to be home every night, want to work with a company that offers great pay, benefits, and a great team environment with growth opportunities, apply today at jobs.crh.com. Again, that's jobs.crh.com. Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer. Hey, Tommy here. I want to take a minute to tell you about our friends at R-Track, I-40 at exit 58 in Clarksville. They've been around 17 years doing things right, providing great value to their customers with compact tractors and outdoor equipment to the Arkansas River Valley. See the full line of LS brand tractors with 22 to over 100 horsepower models available. Nearly all feature a front-end loader for maximum utility. It's all at R-Track, exit 58 off I-40 in Clarksville. That is R-Track in Clarksville.
This time of year is hectic, and we know you have things to do and places to be. Southern Tire Mart can help you get there and save you money on America's most trusted brands like Michelin and BF Goodrich. Take advantage of our $29.95 oil change, which includes a 27-point vehicle inspection. Come see us at Southern Tire Mart just off I-540 at exit 14 in Fort Smith today for quality Michelin and BF Goodrich tires and the best-in-class service. Get where you need to be with Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Southern Tire Mart.
Ramos Roofing is a local roofing company and have over 25 years of experience in the Oklahoma area. Are you looking for a residential or commercial roofing need? Ramos Roofing is the business you can trust, offering discounts for senior citizens, law enforcement, and healthcare workers. Ramos Roofing can help you with your insurance claim. Ramos Roofing, working with you to build a better home. Call 479-420-9903. That's 479-420-9903 for Ramos Roofing.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Call Kohler & Green Insurance today in Fort Smith at 484-9888 and Kohler & Green Insurance in Van Buren at 474-9888.
Hi, I'm Kelly Smith, owner of Dixie Digital Imaging. Would printing from your phone or tablet make your life easier? Are you emailing files to yourself so that you can print them from your desktop or laptop? The Xerox VersaLink and AltaLink lines of network printers and multifunction printers will natively print using your phone's built-in capabilities. Apple AirPrint and Google Cloud Printing just work. To order yours today, give us a call at 783-6600 or visit dixiedigital.com. Dixie Digital Imaging, bringing document innovations to the River Valley.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about. A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
Do you own apartment complexes, condos, and rental property? Then you have made a great investment. Now make another great decision by calling Trinity Multifamily to help you maximize your return. Trinity Multifamily offers full-service property management, marketing, leasing, sales, and all the services to make your cash flow. Take the hassles and frustrations out of ownership and call Trinity Multifamily at 479-452-1817 or online at trinitymultifamily.com. Trinity Multifamily, your teammate in the real estate game.
The Golf Nut has a great selection of shoes arriving weekly. Choose from Nike, FootJoy, Echo, Under Armour, New Balance, Asics, Puma, and Adidas. While you're there, pick up a hat or check out the wide selection of apparel and accessories. Need golf balls? In stock now. The new tailor-made TP5s or the Titleist Pro V1 or Pro V1X golf balls. Check Facebook for daily specials and new arrivals. The Golf Nut, 5121 Towson Avenue in Fort Smith. Your #1 golf shop since 1994.
ESPN 95.3.
Good morning to the Morning Rush, everybody.
Note inside, Smith off the glass and in. He draws the foul. Note with the assist, Smith with the and one.
Follow us on Twitter at Ty Sports Radio and at Tommy Craft ESPN.
Back here on the Morning Rush, some quick headlines coming up here in just a sec. Justin Smith really centers that conversation. That's coming up.
All right, it's a Hot Take Monday brought to you by Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72. Off of I-49 in Springdale, all of the best brands like Grand Design, Forest River, KZ, Heartland, Keystone, Alliance, they're all there for you, and all at the best prices, plus peace of mind with a lifetime warranty on every new unit. Find out why Wheels RV was voted the best RV dealership in Northwest Arkansas. Wheels RV, seek, explore, and discover.
Actually, Ty Richardson knew I was getting this tattoo. So I
Hold on. Back up. Ty Richardson spoke to a woman. Forget everything else. This is your headline. Did he initiate the conversation with you when you first met, or did you initiate with him?
It was kind of mutual, I guess. I went to a bar in Indianapolis where John Neighbors was doing a show, and Ty showed up there, and we talked about his car getting towed, and I told him about the bet, and yeah, so we've kind of been in contact about that since.
Oh, you've continued contact. What? On a scale of 1 to not a chance, where would you put Ty? One being, you know what? If the lighting was right and it was 2 a.m., I might
You're going to get in so much trouble for this.
And then not a chance, obviously being not a chance.
I mean, after meeting him in person, probably an 8.
An 8 meaning not a chance.
Oh, well, more towards yes, a chance.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. The headline here, Ty spoke to a woman.
Yes. And apparently she's interested.
Give us a shout back.
So apparently this business trip had more business on the trip than we realized. From this call Friday from Ruskin and Zach.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I was at the game. No, we were at a bar on Friday.
It was the middle of the afternoon, so I don't think you were at the game yet.
Yeah. You'll get the receipt coming up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see about that.
And I started getting a bunch of texts and calls, and at this point, I'm pretty inebriated, and I have no idea what people are talking about. And then Claude in Fort Smith calls me, and
this was 3:30 in the afternoon,
right?
Yeah.
I'm on a work trip.
It was a work trip.
All right, continue.
And then obviously that was the call from
Do you
Freddy.
remember meeting Freddy in Indianapolis?
Yeah. No, we met at it wasn't Wild Beaver Saloon, it was the Dugout.
Mm-hmm.
So, which I was not drinking that day because we had a show that night. So
what a guy.
Yeah.
It's the type of upstanding.
What an example.
Upstanding young employee that you hired.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I was so confused because I'm getting flooded with texts and calls on Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
Getting ready for the game, and I also have another voicemail that I'm gonna play this weekend that you're gonna find really entertaining.
Well, speaking of calls, let's go to line 2.
Okay. Line two's pulled up.
Freddie is called in this morning. Freddie, good morning.
Oh, hi.
Good morning, Freddie.
Good morning. I had to do this before my dad is awake. And kind of
I'd hide too.
Please continue. Yes.
the last time I called, so the whole thing that I was referring to on Zach and Russian's show was I called after the Baylor game, and I was like, I'm going to get a Must Bus tattoo. And my dad heard it, and he was like, what the hell? He went to the game with me. He was with me at the dugout. Also, by the way, just to get this out there, I am 19 years old, so was not drinking, just want to make sure that's out there.
Good.
But yeah, that was the bet, and I just need to make sure my dad doesn't particularly know or see.
Was Ty in any way an influence on getting this tattoo?
No.
Okay, good.
So he's got that load.
Why are you so quiet over here, buddy?
I'm just listening. Just listening.
So, Freddie, let me ask you this: what was your first impression of Ty when you met him? Now, had you met him previously before Indianapolis, or was that your first time meeting Ty Richardson in Indy? Was that your first time meeting him?
Yeah, that was my first time meeting him, but
Okay.
my dad really hyped him up. Whenever we were just walking around downtown Indianapolis, and my dad was like, "That's where Ty Richardson got his car towed," and I was like, "Okay, cool."
And what were your thoughts on that?
Kilroy's. Ugh.
I would probably do the exact same thing. So, yeah, but I had literally no sleep that entire trip because I drove up, by myself, so it was 10 hours of hell.
Yeah, it was a long 10-hour drive that I'm unfortunate. I think I'm still have sleep deprivation from, but it's that drive was worth it though, wasn't it?
Oh, it was so worth it. That's the whole reason why I got the mustache tattoo was because, junior year we, go to this Elite Eight, and I have all these great memories of going to basketball games as a kid. Something that I'm going to talk to them later, but they were like, "Oh, we convinced a Texan." Well, actually, I'm a third generation hog, so I grew up at basketball games. I grew up at football games. This is nothing new. I probably, if I was, of age, I probably would have gotten oh God, what's his name? The guy with the B. The one that kind of sucked.
Hold up, Freddie, say what you just said again. You lost me.
The guy with the B.
The coach. The football coach.
Bobby Petrino?
No. The
Bielema?
one after that.
Oh, Bielema.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a kid, so.
Well,
a little bit of break.
You have one more tattoo than I do. My younger little sister has 3. I have not done that yet, but I think a lot of Arkansas basketball fans are happy to see the Must Bus and happy that you got a Must Bus tattoo. I don't know about your dad. Sounds like that he's not too enthused about it or doesn't know, but to each his own, I guess.
It's definitely not my first tattoo. And I was going to get a slobbering hog, but I decided not to. Not yet, because I really, really, really don't want Eric Musselman to Bobby Petrino us.
Hey, Freddie, has Muss seen it? Do you know if there's confirmation if he's seen the tattoo or not yet?
Well, it's his handwriting, right?
He didn't. Yes. So he responded to my ask to get his handwriting saying Must Bus. But he didn't. I guess he didn't see or show that he saw the actual tattoo. But it's up there. Some people have liked it from Friday's show.
So what happens if they go to the Final Four or win the Natty next year?
I'm not saying I'd get a forehead tattoo, but maybe.
Yeah, because originally it was going to go behind your lip, correct? Isn't that the origin?
Yeah, yeah, because that was going to be the place that I could hide it from my dad.
Okay.
But then I thought that was a terrible idea, and then I got it on my side.
I think you thought better of yourself. I think the second thing was a better location for the tattoo, not behind your lip. I don't know about it.
So now that you've had some sleep, maybe sobered up a little bit, what is now your interest level in Ty?
This is what everybody wants to know, Freddie.
This is the question that is flooding in on the
Freddie,
text.
you don't have to answer that. It's okay.
I can turn this mic off.
You can hang up now if you want to. It's not a big deal.
To be completely honest, love you, Ty. I think we have a healthy respect for each other, but don't think that's our thing. But I think that's very mutual, I hope, because you saw me looking like a literal wet rat. That's fun.
Yeah. No, I think the mutual respect, I think it's there. So, is that the answer you wanted? Tommy?
Make your pitch. This
is your sales pitch,
yeah.
bud.
What pitch?
Tell her how you're built different.
I'm still waking up to
Tell her how you beat me in a taco eating contest.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
You can ruin my life or get you some clout. I'm good.
Yeah. So, Freddie, appreciate you calling in this morning. Appreciate you've kind of you already cleared the air on the whole Must Bus and this situation. And I'm sorry that Ruskin, Zach, and Tommy embarrassed you in a variety of ways.
A variety of ways, include my DMs just got absolutely flooded.
Okay.
Right after that.
Okay.
What we do.
Oh man. All
right, go back to sleep.
Enjoy your Monday and the rest of your week. Okay.
Will do. Thanks.
All right. See ya.
I had nothing to do with her calling in the show.
None of us did. No.
Zero to do with her calling in.
Listen, I had no idea what people were talking about when I got those calls and texts on Friday, but since we're on the subject of voicemail, this show's just off the rolls already, so we might as well get this one going as well.
Keep it rolling here, buddy.
Hey, Ty, or Tyrannosaurus Rex, whatever your name is. It's me, your girl. Anyway, can you send back a recording of you saying yogurt in your most southern accent? Yeehaw.
Wait, what?
All right, tie those two together for me.
So,
where'd the Rex come from out of that?
I told y'all there was a bunch of stories from this weekend. This is one.
Hey, you got 20 minutes. We got plenty of time, brother.
Yeah, well, no, we got two and a quarter basically. So we got a lot of unpacking to do. So Thursday night, meet this girl who's about to graduate from LSU, and she's going to become a physical therapist. And this is a girl that I would break my leg for just to see her every day and to get therapy. It was like that. Like some of the most beautiful girls I've ever seen in my entire life were down in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So I didn't have anything to do with that. Do you want to go to his call?
Oh no.
All right.
I had nothing to do with this.
I have nothing to do with any of this. This is all Zach's fault.
Morning, Bob.
Hey.
By the way, this is Freddy's dad. That's what it says on the call board. Freddy's dad is on line one. Freddy's dad, good morning.
Bob from Hot Springs. Yeah, long-time caller, first-time listener. I'm glad Ty could straighten out the situation and how this really occurred. However, I will have to be having a long talk with my daughter later in the day. But I just want y'all to keep up the good work, okay?
She thought she was going to get her call in ahead of your arrival today.
Oh, I was just laying here in bed with y'all playing in one ear so the wife wouldn't hear it. And then,
best way to listen to us.
Okay. So, all right. Some things have been straightened up, but some other things have now expanded. But as a father, I have to be on top of.
Well, Freddie, Bob, this all stems from Ruskin and Zach. It's their fault.
Yeah.
So we seem to be okay. You're not mad at me, but if you want to yell at someone, call in later from 3 to 6 today.
Oh, I understand. Yes,
yeah, all litigation and deposition requests should be sent their way.
But daughters are still daughters at some point in time. So
absolutely,
yes,
I've
sir.
got two. I understand you loud and clear.
All right. Take care, guys.
All right. Thanks, Bob. So to that question, let's.
Oh, there's more?
No, that's the one voicemail.
Oh.
But lot of unbelievably awesome girls down in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and I would not trade this weekend for anything. So, you're a White County boy, so
Yes, sorry.
I want you to say yogurt. We're gonna need some call. Hopefully, Rod and I forwarded some others. We'll do some auditions here in a sec. Say yogurt in your most country accent possible.
Yogurt? I mean, y'all.
Yogurt.
That's
Yogurt.
I put a lot of emphasis on the O. Like
Yogurt. Do I have?
I've heard yogurt before, but probably yogurt.
Do I have an accent?
Not a heavy, thick, southern, deep. No.
I would say of the three of us here, SmackDown, you probably would have
easily.
the best accent. Which one between you and me sounds more country? Is it you or me?
I would go with Tommy.
Tommy.
Yeah,
Okay, so I'm third on the list. So I was just really confused. I guess she was drawn to my southern charm and accent, but like I said that I was like,
that had to be it.
Yeah.
And this is not Freddy. We got to separate this. This is the Baton Rouge lady that I met and connected up with this weekend. Not just her, several, but so I sent her back a video and she loved it. But it was just like yogurt. Is that country? Yogurt? Is that good?
I mean, that's as country as I've heard you talk before.
Okay. Yogurt.
Say it in a sentence. Don't just say yogurt. Like, say you want to go get some, like, you want to go to the grocery store and get some yogurt.
So, I'm going to be making some smoothies later today, and one of the menu items when I go to Aldi is yogurt.
I'm not sure whose voice that was. Yeah.
Is that not country? Or?
No, that was
that was fine, but that was
country.
not your. That was very forced. Yes.
What? That was the point. Like okay, all right. The whole point of that was like I have to do it in my most country voice possible. Oh, I don't know.
That was impressive.
All right, Rod on I-40.
Save us.
Can you give us yogurt in your most country voice possible?
Usually I'm the guy that makes the conversation go sideways. But
true.
That's You and JW. Yeah.
But I'm not even in the running today, so I'm going to say yogurt, y'all.
Yogurt, y'all. Okay.
Yeah. It is what it is. I mean, Ty, you went down there in a powder blue polo with a mullet. All you needed was a squealing fan belt, and it'd have kept your butt. I swear to God. If you had a squealing fan belt on your car and that mullet, that'd have kept you. They'd never let you have it. You needed a passport to come back up here. But I was going to call in about Aaron, or should I call him Mr. Rodgers? Then we got off on yogurt. How the hell that happened? I have no idea.
We're not talking sports right now. Sports is out the rest of this hour. I mean,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're done with sports for this hour. So,
hey, might as well be, right? I mean,
exactly.
Not like I make $40 million a year, so what have I got to gripe about? But so you had a good time, did you, Ty?
Oh yeah, it's a great city, man. I'll be back 100%. So, have you been down there, Rod?
Oh yeah. I mean, I used to haul down to Baton Rouge and New Orleans all the time. It's a very different type of place, isn't it?
Yeah, they drink like fish. The city smells like crawfish, beer, and puke.
Sounds like home to you.
That sounds like.
Yeah, and in certain spots, it smells like pee. But you know what? The food is really hot.
Yeah, they call it Thursday at Ty's house.
Yeah,
the food is
Thursday afternoon.
The food is fantastic.
Sometimes Friday morning.
Also, need to go and get this in here this morning. Very disappointed. So they had a crawfish boil up here when I was gone. My friend group always seems to do stuff when I'm gone, which is really irritating.
It's not by accident, apparently.
No.
I was unaware. Now, my two roommates knew this was going to happen. A married couple stayed in my room this weekend.
Whoa.
Who knows what happened? Like, I was not when
They're a what?
A married couple.
Oh, nothing happened.
No.
I hope
no
that's
worries.
the case. I was just really mad because I got told this yesterday. Oh, by the way, so and so stayed in your bed, and I texted him and I was like, nothing happened, right? And he just sent me back like the glasses emoji, and I'm just like, well, time
Did
to
they
watch.
at least make your bed?
They did make the bed.
There you go. So there you go. So nothing happened then.
Yeah.
I never make my bed, but they did make the bed. So
was it a full moon? I don't think it was a full moon. You're fine.
Oh, man, yeah, that's it. Also, we so Jason and Sarah Everett, our friends at the Game Day Lodge, had the Must Bus.
Mm-hmm.
I met some Arkansas fans down there. Kendall, let me make sure I get these names right. Kendall, Steve, Richard, Kyle, and James. The Russellville boys. Tommy, they had an awesome van type thing with Arkansas Razorbacks decked out. They're watching the NFL draft on their way. And this was just like one of the coolest like Razorback Caravans I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Kendall's the one, Tommy. He wears like the alien glasses at the baseball games.
Okay.
You know,
yeah.
and he's got the double Arkansas flag. Just an absolute specimen, my man. And we left game 2 and we're just sitting out in the parking lot and we saw their Arkansas van and they're playing some good old fashioned country music. We walked over there, meandered over there, and of course they were accommodating. They gave us a beer and we had a great time. So
they had both kinds of music, country and western.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. That's a great city. I will be back at some point in time. I think I have a wedding to go to, unfortunately, when they play LSU this year. But if I don't, I'm going to somehow swindle my way back into that city because it is fun. Have you been? You've been, right? I know you've
been to New Orleans. I've never been to Baton Rouge.
Been to Baton Rouge, but I was 7, 8. I went for a Catholic wedding that took 3.5 hours.
I can only imagine the drinking at a Catholic wedding in Baton Rouge.
But I was like 8.
Just a wedding in general, but making a Catholic wedding, holy smokes.
Yeah. So I know I would like to go back. I've been to New Orleans before, not of age. So
yeah, New Orleans is like Vegas. About 3 days and you're ready to find the exit door. 4 days tops.
Yeah, this weekend took a year or two off my life.
Yeah.
There's no question about that. But I did make it back in one piece.
And you've been to New Orleans, right?
Yeah, and I got a bachelor trip that I'm going.
I know
back
you're
to
going in the end of the month.
In the month.
Yeah. Which ones? I haven't been, so compare the two experiences. Can't be New Orleans. I mean, New Orleans is New Orleans.
No, New Orleans is just nuts. But Baton Rouge.
The only thing that compares to New Orleans for me is Vegas. The only thing that compares.
Again, we've talked about crossing off the colleges and the SEC off the bucket list, and this was a way to do that this weekend.
And then you get the satisfaction of watching Arkansas win 2 of the 3 this weekend. Sounds like Baton Rouge would have been great regardless, but then to go down and watch the Hogs actually do something this weekend was probably even more fun.
Yeah, and there were some stories at the game. You'll be very pleased with me. Because I was a great representation of ESPN Arkansas and Pearson Broadcasting.
I bet you were.
While I was down there. And some members of our party were not necessarily a part of that. We don't have time because I want to really unpack this weekend coming up. But
I'm just disappointed out of the last 20 minutes that I was hoping that, maybe dinner and a date would have been set up with you and Freddy. I was more disappointed with that than anything else that came out of the weekend is that, when Freddy called in Friday and I'm driving back from the river, I'm listening to this, I'm like, oh, this is either going to be really great or really awful.
But it's right down the middle.
And I never dreamed she would be calling in this morning. We were going to play the audio and have some fun with that, but I really thought this might be headed down the right path for you there, buddy.
Yeah, I think
because unlike the afternoon show, me and Tom, as much hell as we give you, we want the best for you.
Absolutely.
I think it's just been mutually decided by us that we're just Razorback fans and friends.
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with that.
So I think that's the.
It didn't go bad, didn't go great, but it was just right down the middle.
You're 26, she's 19.
Yes.
World of difference.
I would say I would probably say that's correct. I felt bad because I felt like that they kind of embarrassed her a little bit, and then she felt embarrassed and was texting me. I was like, "You're fine. It's not a big deal." But I bet she got a bunch of messages over the weekend and about that. So know how that goes.
Oh, I bet her. What do y'all call it? Her social media cred.
Clout.
Clout?
Yeah, clout.
Clout, cred.
Yeah. Cred. I mean, either
one?
Either adjective will
work.
Which
should I use?
Cred probably here.
What should an old man use to sound like he knows what he's talking about?
Yeah, cred.
Cred?
Yeah, you're right.
I bet her social media cred went way up this weekend.
Probably did.
All right. Lord knows mine hasn't. But I don't care.
I'm still.
Me and you are set, my friend.
I don't care.
We're good.
I don't care about social media cred or clout or whatever you're supposed to call it.
I'm just trying to still wake up.
All right, hour 2 coming up. Brought to you by Riley Farm Dental, 5901 Riley Park Drive, right at the entrance of Riley Farms in South Fort Smith. Dr. Bo Sparkman and Dr. Brogan want to make sure you have a great experience every time. They provide all kinds of dental procedures, including braces, implants, cosmetics, general dentistry as well. And the second you walk in the door, you'll become part of the Riley Farm family, and you'll feel comfortable there. 479-226-3500 for an appointment.
Find out more at RileyFarmDental.com. That's RileyFarmDental.com.
Hour 2 on the way. Stay with us.
It's the 43rd anniversary sale, April 23rd through May the 3rd at Burton Pools and Spas in Springdale and in Fort Smith. Cash and carry on above ground pools starting at $19.99 during the anniversary sale. Check out semi-in-ground pools for less than $10,000. Plus big savings on chemical packages available during the 43rd anniversary sale. It's all at Burton Pools and Spas in Springdale and in Fort Smith, and always online at burtonpools.com. Burton Pools and Spas. They're your source for backyard fun.
So, you upgraded to the elevated ride of the 2021 Toyota Highlander.
New Highlander, Mr. D?
Yeah, figured it was time for something nicer, more refined.
Look at this thing. I mean, that moonroof is pretty sweet.
It's extremely stylish.
That's not all. As you can see, it has leather seats, dual-zone climate control,
and comes with all the latest tech.
And Android Auto. Check out this 12.3-inch touchscreen. Great for navigation, hands-free communication, music.
Awesome.
The Highlander also has loads of space and even a third-row seat.
Did I see 5 USB ports?
You sure did, buddy.
Perfect place for your daughter's new boyfriend.
This is so embarrassing.
Elevate every ride in the new 2021 Highlander.
Get $1,500 customer cash, or qualified lessees can lease a new 2021 Highlander L for only $279 a month for 36 months with $29.99 due at signing. Toyota.
A dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacalé.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse. Some serious crappie. Nice speck.
We got crappies.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
This song might make you feel cool, but it perfectly describes a fool. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road and gonna ride till I can't no more, and can't nobody tell me nothing. This path will only lead you to God's wrath, because the Bible says the wicked refuse discipline and treat his words like trash. What good is a nice beat when you're headed down the wrong street? I'm Pastor Heath from Woodland. Think about it.
Each one handpicked and inspected in our Meineke Car Care Center. Plus, our For the People credit approval process works with the country's best banks and lenders to make sure you drive off with a payment you can afford. If you're keeping the car you have, let us take care of it for you in our Meineke Car Care Center with free AC performance checks, half-off brakes, and buy 3, get 1 free on all tires. Better yet, trade it in for something nicer and newer today and get up to $3,100 extra on trade during trading time at Arkansas's favorite used car dealer, Rath Auto Resources, and the Meineke Car Care Center, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, or online, rathauto.com.
The bloodline of any modern business is their computer network, data storage, and supporting hardware. So who takes care of one of the most important aspects of your business? Hashtag Managed IT Services in Van Buren can handle all your networking services like cabling, firewall, routers, and VPNs to hardware and software protection from virus and malware. Hashtag Managed IT Services in Van Buren, 479-802-4978. That's 479-802-4978. Hashtag technology without the headache.
This is Bruce Stanton, Vice President and General Manager of Pradco Fishing in Fort Smith. If you're going to do some cold water bass fishing, you need to be using a Umbrella Flash Mob Jr. It's the best lure for duplicating a small school of shad and can be worked from the top of the water column to the bottom. Whether you're trying to win a bass tournament or whoop up on a bunch of white bass and stripers, the Umbrella Flash Mob Jr. will catch them. Available at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops Academy, LureNet.com, and tackle stores all over the place, the Umbrella Flash Mob Jr.
Have you ever been to River City Bistro for a brunch on the weekends? Every Saturday and Sunday, River City is open at 10 a.m. with a special brunch menu. Eggs and omelets any way you like. Premium bacon, sausage and ham, waffles, eggs Benedict, and a great drink menu featuring mimosas, Bloody Marys, and all your brunch favorites. We will see you for brunch every Saturday and Sunday starting at 10 a.m. at River City Bistro, 7320 Rodgers Avenue in the Stonewood Village Shopping Center.
Did you know that you can get your car serviced or repaired without ever leaving your house? All you have to do is call Jody's Auto Service Center at 479-649-3399. Jody's will pick up your vehicle, service or repair it for you, and return it fully disinfected to your driveway. Pickup and delivery is free for jobs $75 or more. Jobs less than $75 can be picked up and returned for a $10 fee. Let Jody's Auto Service Centers handle all your service and vehicle repair needs. Call 479-649-3399. Jody's Auto Service Center.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
Expecting to see a few showers developing today. Our high this afternoon in the low 80s north, upper 80s south. Showers and thunderstorms intensifying tonight. Some of the storms could contain some hail and gusty winds. Overnight low, upper 50s north, mid 60s south. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
Put down the bug spray and pick up the phone before you head outside this summer. Call Mosquito Joe to keep your yard mosquito-free. Call 479-202-9960 or visit arkansas.mosquitojoe.com.
You're listening to The Morning Rush live from the Busch Light Studios on ESPN 95.3 KERX Paris Fort Smith.
This hour of The Morning Rush is brought to you by Farm Credit. From farms to land, livestock, equipment, and more, Farm Credit finances it all. Learn more at myaglender.com.
The 3-1 now on Christian Franklin is hit high in the air, deep to left field, sending Dugas back to the wall, and he leaps, and it's out of here, into the bleachers.
Hey, this is Darren McFadden. You're listening to The Morning Rush.
Live from the Busch Light Studios.
You are causing a major disturbance on my time.
If I'm here and you're here, doesn't that make it our time?
On your favorite Arkansas sports talk station. Streaming live from
HitThatLine.com.
There's a lot of lions, tigers, and bears, but there ain't but one Razorback. Number one.
This is The Morning Rush.
Borderline erotic.
With Ty Richardson.
Sunshine. That's cool. I can dig it.
And Tommy Kraft.
Do I look happy? What's wrong?
Lloyd!
The Morning Rush starts right now.
Kickoff hour number 2 with some sports. We'll talk about what is going on with Justin Smith. Some other headlines coming up, including Aaron Rodgers seemingly not happy with the Green Bay Packers organization and what that's going to look like moving forward, Tommy.
Hot Take Monday brought to you by Wheels RV in Springdale, 5 miles west of exit 72 on 549. Stop in, see the best brands like Grand Design, Forest River, KZ, Heartland, Keystone, Alliance. They have them all, and at the best prices, plus a lifetime warranty on every new RV they sell. Stop in and see why they have been voted the #1 place to buy an RV in Northwest Arkansas. That's Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 on 549 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Justin Smith electing to hire an agent and enter himself in the 2021 NBA draft, foregoing another season of eligibility, and he put out a social media message on his accounts, and I thought the best part of this message was history was made, and this team will never be forgotten. Well, Justin, what I would say to you is your contributions to this basketball team will not be forgotten. Arkansas fans will remember how important Justin Smith was to year number 2 of Eric Musselman in this basketball program and just what he meant from a leadership, from a talent, and an overall standpoint to this basketball team.
You know, we were discussing this Friday because there was just some rumblings out there about, maybe his decision was waffling. You wonder how close this was. Obviously, the door is shut now, and Eric Musselman had said weeks ago that the 3 seniors in this situation, and Justin being part of that, would not be back. But as this lingered on and he had made no social media announcement, you wondered, well, is there a change of heart here? Obviously, hours later, a couple of days later from the conversation Friday, I don't think it's coincident. I mean, this comes out and he has his message here yesterday. How close was this? I wonder. I don't guess we'll ever know unless he wants to let us in on this, how close he possibly was to staying at Arkansas.
It's a good question. I
don't know.
Text Mike Kaywood. Hopefully we can get Justin on at some point this week. That's up to him. I know that he's probably gotten a lot of requests about appearing on certain networks, certain radio shows. Hopefully we'll be able to get a chance to talk to him, to ask him that question, because that's something I think a lot of fans want to know, just with his with his career and what led to this decision, what pros, what cons outweighed each other when it came to this. So we brought up the guys drafted, only being one. Jonathan Marshall is the only player taken that's a Razorback to the New York Jets. You had Felipe Franks go to the Falcons, Jerry Jacobs, Rakeem Boyd go to the Lions. Some other guys drafted as well, Xavier Keller to the Ravens, and who's the other one I'm missing?
He said Franks to the Falcons, Rakeem Boyd and Jerry Jacobs to Detroit, Jonathan Marshall drafted the Jets, Xavier Kelly to Baltimore. I think that's all of them,
I did
right?
say them, all of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Well, next year, projection from Yahoo Sports says Traylon Burks going all the way round 1, pick number 16 next year. So that's a mock draft that was made. Thought that was kind of interesting to see where he'll end up landing. I saw that Michael Vick ran a 4.72 40-yard dash at 40 years old. Just to put that in perspective, that's faster than Patrick Mahomes. Think about that. At 40 years old, Michael Vick ran a 4.72 40, which is faster.
Somebody's liable to still invite him to camp.
Yeah. Holy cow. Speaking of quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers, this is really, and Tommy and I were talking about this prior to the program beginning. When the NFL draft is on, that takes the center stage of the National Football League conversation. But this Rodgers news was mentioned periodically throughout the draft because it's one of the biggest stories in sports right now.
Even at the Kentucky Derby where Aaron Rodgers was there, Mike Tirico got a chance to speak with him, but Aaron wouldn't go on camera. But there were some tweets about what Mike Tirico summed up from that conversation. Clearly there's a Aaron did not like the way, from what Mike Tirico relayed, he doesn't like the fact that the story's out there in the light it's in, because he wanted to be clear that he has no problem with his teammates, he has no problem with the fans, the coach. It's more or less between him and the general manager. And he feels like maybe he's being painted in the wrong light at this point. You just wonder, how much of this is Aaron, how much of this is the GM. It is very odd and highly unusual that the reigning MVP would not be back with the team. I mean, this has not happened since 1965 when Jim Brown retired after being the MVP. So, I mean, this is not just unusual. This just does not happen. In most of our lifetimes listening this morning, we haven't seen news like this. So, who stays, who goes? Does Aaron Rodgers stay or does the GM go? I mean, or vice versa. I mean, this is going to be an interesting follow, and you wonder, as statements are made and things come out, the GM has said reportedly that didn't get a lot of calls about trades. San Francisco reportedly made a call or some inquiries about that. Apparently not a lot of other teams did in the hours leading up to.
Because I told you I didn't believe that for a second.
I don't know. I mean, I'd have a hard time believing only one. I don't think it would be 31, though. I don't think every team in the league is reaching out for was he 37 years old? I know he's played at an MVP level. What are you willing to give up? You got to be careful, particularly in the heat of the draft, because that's where you were at when this news broke. And I'm sure that those that keep their nose to the grindstone, ear low to the ground would be a better phrase, they knew this was coming.
Mm-hmm.
But how much are you willing to give up for a guy that can play 2 more years, 4 more years? He wants to play into his 40s. How many more years does he have? You got to be careful about not getting too emotional about it.
Yeah. You brought up the Kentucky Derby. Tell me who won this weekend. I didn't watch a lick of it.
Bob Baffert's horse.
Come on, man. You're the horse guy.
I know. I watched
program.
the whole race. Hang on. I can't remember. But
12-1
horse won. Kind of surprised the whole world. So,
what are the odds of
Medina Spirits? Thank you.
Medina Spirits. Okay. Yeah, I didn't watch it.
Baffert wins a record 7th Kentucky Derby. I mean, it was kind of a neat watch, and what was not the favorite going into the race.
Okay.
So.
Yeah,
that was part of my weekend. So, Medina Spirit.
Medina Spirit.
Kind of an undersized horse. Listen to Baffert talk about it. It was neat. I'm not a big Bob Baffert guy, but got to have respect for a guy that's won 7 of those now, record-setting 7 Kentucky Derbies.
Mm-hmm.
So
ate some really good food in Baton Rouge this weekend, and going to continue that today. I'm going to be live at Blue Ember Smokehouse from 3 to 6 that are not open yet, but they're going to be doing some hiring today. I actually had a buddy text me yesterday, Tommy, who's inquiring about, hey, is the pitmaster job still open? And it absolutely is. So whether you're looking to change up your career or just looking for a job right now, pitmasters, cashiers,
taste test,
meat cutters, taste testers, whatever.
Quality control. I want the quality control job.
So stop by and see. I'm going to be there from 3 to 6 today. You can stop by and see me at 8000 Phoenix Avenue. Right here in Fort Smith. Really excited about that. And I'm just going to keep eating like I did this weekend. It has been a disaster for my diet.
I would love to have a job as a taste tester at a barbecue place.
Yeah. I had my...
Pay me a lot just to eat just little nibbles of this and that. Oh, that's no good. Give me some more.
Just keep on...
Another spoon of them beans, please.
Keep on trucking. I had I don't know necessarily if he's my personal trainer because I've only done one workout with him, but he was asking me how I felt this weekend because, like, in the picture, I'm like
drunk.
Yeah, that too. That's what the sauna's for, to sweat out the toxins for this weekend.
Or a 5-mile run.
Do I smell?
I don't know. I'm staying away from you.
I'm just making sure.
What a shower!
I showered yesterday, but you know how sometimes that goes when you have too much of that. We'll have to get to this receipt coming up in just a sec, because I think I'm going to need you to expense that because it's pretty hefty, and I don't know if I can afford that. But we do have some Tom Murphy conversation to get to. He's going to join us here on the Morning Rush, and your calls and texts as well on the way. It's a Hot Take Monday this morning. Throw us your hot takes via call or via text.
Hot Take Monday is brought to you by Wheels RV, Highway 412 in Springdale, and online at wheelsrv.net.
Eagle's Nest is coming in hot.
Standard Materials Group has immediate openings for ready-mix drivers in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you have a CDL license without an automatic restriction and want to be home every night, want to work with a company that offers great pay, benefits, and a great team environment with growth opportunities, apply today at jobs.crh.com. Again, that's jobs.crh.com. Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
This is Brett Good, former Razorback and Super Bowl champion with the Green Bay Packers. Everyone loves to be on a winning team. That is why I have joined Henderson Phillips Employer Solutions. Henderson Phillips can help you tackle all your employee benefit, health insurance, and staffing management solutions. Plus, I can help you with any commercial or personal insurance need. Come join my team at Henderson Phillips. Call me, Brett Good, at 479-651-2292. That's 651-2292.
Wheels RV in Springdale wants you to seek out all the Natural State has to offer this year. Explore Arkansas in a new RV from Grand Design, Forest River, KZ, Heartland, Keystone, or Alliance. All the best brands at the best prices. Enjoy peace of mind with our lifetime warranty on every new RV and a mobile service shuttle to keep you camping. So come on in and discover why Wheels RV was voted the best RV dealership in Northwest Arkansas. 5 miles west of I-49, exit 72. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Picture a can of paint. Now picture a professional painter. Now picture a can of paint from the paint store in Van Buren, perfectly applied by a professional or possibly you. Painting your house could be a pain, and people who think painting as a pain prefer professional paint and pointers from the paint store in Van Buren. The paint store has the best Richards paint and expertly picked colors specifically for you. Need a professional product or a professional? It's the paint store in Van Buren.
Come try out the new Cooper Radex Woods and Irons or the tailor-made Sim2 Woods and Irons at the Golf Nut, 5121 Towson Avenue in Fort Smith. Spend some time on the putting green and try out a great selection of Scotty Cameron putters. In stock now, tailor-made TP5s or the Callaway Super Soft golf balls. Need a push cart? Choose from Sun Mountain, Rovic, or Click Gear. As always, don't forget to check Facebook for daily specials. The best place for all your golfing needs. The Golf Nut, Fort Smith's #1 golf shop since 1994.
Buddy said, man, you gotta call AshleyAir.com.
Spring has sprung and the summer heat will be here soon. Now is a great time to upgrade your air conditioning system. From now until the end of May, Carrier's Cool Cash rebates will save you up to $1,500 on a new heating and cooling system. Schedule your free estimate today at AshleyAir.com.
When your air conditioner breaks, you know who to call. There's only one choice. AshleyAir.com.
Have you been looking for your next place to call home and just haven't found the right one? Then it's time to check out the properties at Trinity Multifamily. With a variety of apartments, duplexes, townhomes, and houses, there is surely one to fit your needs. Whether it's in the River Valley, Northwest Arkansas, or Central Arkansas that you are looking at, they have you covered. Give them a call today. Trinity Multifamily, 479-452-1817. That's 479-452-1817. Or online at trinitymultifamily.com to search rental properties near you.
Doe's Eat Place, serving award-winning steaks, has now added lobster tail and salmon to the menu. You can also enjoy delicious appetizers along with your choice of drinks from the largest selection of wines, beer, and liquor in the River Valley. Doe's Eat Place is open Tuesday through Thursday 5 till 9 and Friday and Saturday 5 till 10. Reservations are recommended. Call 784-9111. That's 784-9111. Doe's Eat Place, 422 North 3rd Street, Fort Smith.
Introducing Budweiser Zero. 0% alcohol, 0 grams of sugar. Full Budweiser flavor. For all the moments you want a beer and need to stay on your game. Budweiser Zero. 0 alcohol, 0 compromise.
Locally owned Lumber One can handle all of your building needs. They've built their business on having great relationships with everybody from contractors and builders to the everyday build-it-yourself. Lumber One is a full-line door shop to handle all of your door, window, and trim needs. And along with lumber, roofing and drywall products, attic wall and floor insulation is available. Lumber One also does blueprint takeoff with access to design services with estimates available. So go where the pros go. Lumber One, located on Industrial Park Road in Van Buren.
Farm Credit has been a trusted friend for over 100 years. They are ag financing experts. So whether you're a longtime farmer, new to farming, or buying your dream home or land in the country, their experienced staff has a plan to fit your goals, needs, and your bottom line. From farms to land, livestock, equipment, and more, Farm Credit finances it all. Learn more at myaglender.com. Farm Credit is an equal opportunity lender.
ESPN 95.3. The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
Caught off, ball knocked away, stolen by Vanover. Ahead to Smith, 2-on-1. Justin's going to go all the way, slams it home, and he draws the foul.
Follow the show on Twitter at HitThatLineAR and on Facebook and Instagram at HitThatLine.
Got a lot of good stuff to talk with Tom Murphy about this morning. We'll do that in just a bit. How about Arkansas baseball, for only the second time in program history, getting a series win down in Baton Rouge, Louisiana? It's weird saying that, as prestigious and as awesome as your baseball program has been over the years, but they get it done, and we'll talk about that coming up as well.
Hey, that summer weather will be here before you know it, and already the spring weather's popping up weeds in your yard. If you're already tired of plucking weeds from the landscaping and having that back-breaking work that is engulfing your weekend, call the Grounds Guys. They're the do-it-all mowing, landscaping, cleanup, weed and feed company that can provide continued maintenance to make the lawn at your home or your office look great. Right now, if you call and mention you heard it right here on the Morning Rush, get half off your first 6-step weed and feed application. If you want someone to spray the yard and make it look great all summer long into the fall, call the Grounds Guys for half off right now. For mowing, landscaping, cleanup, weed and feed, they do it all. The Grounds Guys, 303-GUYS. That's 479-303-GUYS, or log on at groundsguys.com.
Tommy, we were discussing in the commercial break how much intensity is surrounding with LSU fans and what they anticipate with their program, and they expect to compete / win national championships for their baseball team.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't done that. Now, it was reported after the Arkansas series that looks like Paul Maneri is going to retire at the end of the season. Do you think this is an involuntary retirement, or do you just think that he thinks it's time to hang up the cleats?
I don't. I mean, he's made a lot of money over the last. He's been there a decade now, a little over a decade. So, I mean, he's made plenty of money. He's got the option to do this, but don't think that the pressure of what's going on with LSU and not rising to the level. I think the pressure to win national championships is probably more in baseball there than it is football. I think, a higher expectation from that fan base than even in football. We know how rabid that football fan base is, but they have some reality with Alabama. I think it's even tougher to come out of this conference in baseball and do it. And then you go to the Omaha, and then just a lot of things happen. Your pitching has to fall right, so on and so forth. But yeah, I think definitely the pressure of the job has to factor in, whether it's voluntary, involuntary. I have no opinion, don't know. But you can't say that the pressure of the moment, if they were winning big, you think the same decision would be made if they were leading the SEC? Of course not. It's where they're at right now and where the last few seasons that probably went that are factoring all into this decision.
And I told you guys this is as much fun as this weekend was, getting 2 of 3, just kind of experiencing that city. The game atmosphere at Alex Boxford games 1 and 2, the games that I saw, the Friday night game and the Saturday afternoon game, was not good.
Well, their team's not up to their expectations. I'm just telling you, you did not witness it. And I haven't been there, so I haven't witnessed it firsthand, but we've seen it enough times on TV to know that that place can be a special atmosphere when they're good and it's full. Now, for all these people that want to tell you that's the best stadium in the country, that's the best facility, you were there. You can tell me if I'm wrong. Just watching on TV and once again being reminded, Baum Walker is worlds nicer. Chairback seats versus aluminum bench seating.
Bleacher, yeah.
And you can talk about that second level, and you can talk about a lot of things, but the quality of Baum Walker once again surpasses what you see in Baton Rouge.
That is,
and that's just from watching on TV. You tell me what you saw in firsthand.
It was a cool stadium, and it's
nice. I'm not saying it's not nice, but for those that want to say it's better than Baum Walker, just the fact that they don't have the chairbacks compared to Baum Walker all the way around does it for me.
To me, there's only 2 stadiums that go up on the list for SEC baseball. It's Duty Noble and Baum Walker Stadium. Now Swayze looks cool. I've never actually been. Alex Box got to experience this weekend, not full capacity, or it was full capacity. They just didn't have anyone show up, at least for games 1 and 2.
Full capacity was allowed.
Yeah. But they just didn't have anyone show up. But I agree. Baum Walker, it's the class of the SEC. 877-377-6963 is the number to call or text in if you have a text for our guy Tom Murphy, who we'd like to welcome into the program this morning. Tom, we're just talking Arkansas baseball, and it's so weird to me, man, that as good as this baseball program is, they'd only had 1 series win on the road in Baton Rouge in 2004 in Dave's second year. They get another one yesterday. Was this important for them to get the LSU monkey off their back, or is this just kind of another series against an opponent and a rival that really just isn't that good this year?
Right, and good morning. I think Dave Van Horn would say, it's a big series win, but I don't know if he'd jump on the old got LSU off our backs. But truthfully, that was big for the program, because if they had lost that one, A, would have been this team that's really kind of been their nemesis over the years, and B, are they starting to slip? But the great thing about this team is no matter what the circumstances, no matter where they play, they've won every series. Now, there's a few in here that you wish they could have gotten the game 3s. A&M series comes to mind after the doubleheader sweep, and then they have a shootout in game 3 on the brink of winning that one, and then this LSU game, with a called third strike on Zach Gregory that was highly suspect. But anyway,
Ump had dinner plans.
Tom. What's that?
The ump had dinner plans that night. He was ready to get out of there.
I think Dave Van Horn gave him an earful, but they just win every series, and that's why I think they're in really, really good position to get both the regional and the super regional host duties, and they just need to figure out, they've got to find a way to get a second and a third pitcher to get 5 innings on the weekends, and it's stunning to me that they haven't been able to sort that out, and yet they just keep winning series after series. And the 2 teams chasing them in the SEC West, they've already won series over those guys, Mississippi State and Ole Miss. And as Dave Van Horn said in the postgame after the doubleheader, that they've beaten the big boys on the road, and it's those two, and it's winning at South Carolina, a ranked team, and so, but it doesn't get any easier. I mean, Georgia's been up and down. Georgia's won a series at Vanderbilt this year, but they've also had some mysterious series losses, and then Tennessee will be waiting in the weeds to try to beat Arkansas in 2 weeks. So they've got 3 East teams that are really solid to close this thing out.
Yeah, and you mentioned the Vanderbilt losing to Florida this week, and that was big. And Arkansas, again, Tom, you brought it up, every SEC series they've won so far, and they've done it in a variety of ways. As you've mentioned, when you look at these remaining series, Georgia this weekend, Tennessee in 2 weeks, and then closing out at home at Florida, I mean, Tom, has Arkansas pretty much done everything they've done? Because is regionals, do they announce that next week, or is it this week who's hosting or not?
I think it might be, is the 10th? The 10th is the number that's in my head.
That sounds right.
Be like is that right?
That sounds right.
I think it's a Monday, so they wait until this weekend's games, and then they come out with it, and there's 2 weekends left in the SEC regular season. And that's a pretty good cross-section of games that you've got to examine. And if Arkansas holds form and wins this series, even if they lost it 2-1, I don't think they could fall out of a top 8 situation just because of the quality. I mean, just their RPI and the quality of their wins. And to me, 3 weekends left. What you want to do is you want to find your third guy. I mean, I think they can stick with Paulette. Just need to try to get a little bit longer out of him. Second time through the order kind of stuff, and then maybe Vermillion, maybe Bolden, and maybe, I mean, I don't know if Lockhart will get another shot at it just because he just hasn't pitched well in recent third games. But find that position and then just let your batters go to work. They seem to be able to solve guys. And, it took them on Marceau in the first game against LSU. It took them a few innings, and there would be a no hit for some of those, and then they solve him and score enough runs to win the game.
You was mentioning some of the RPI and some of the metrics that really get leaned on a little bit more in college baseball. There's 7 teams inside the top 25 from the SEC this morning, with Arkansas sticking at number 1. But the other thing to look at is some of the non-conference teams Arkansas is played as well. Texas at 6, TCU at 2. You just roll down the list. Tennessee coming up, by the way, is number 7. Georgia's not in that top 25. Tom, you roll through it, and Texas Tech's at 13. Louisiana Tech, who people might look over because of the names, at 18 in this list. Not only is Arkansas's conference schedule well represented in the top 25 of the RPI, there's a lot of the non-conference teams as well inside that NCAA RPI top 25 as well.
Yeah, there really are. I did a stat last week on their record against teams in the top 15, and I don't remember the exact number, but it's just something like 10-2 against teams in the top 15, which is just incredible because you swept Texas Tech and TCU, and you've won those road series against the 2 Mississippi schools who continue to be highly ranked. And yeah, that Louisiana Tech series, that's great for your RPI and your strength of schedule because it was a road series. And yeah, another game 3 that, a pitcher got a wide berth in the strike zone, took advantage of it. That's one of the losses Arkansas has. But they are just one of a small handful of teams who still have have single-digit total losses. And really, through the span of the season, they haven't had any major lull. They lost the final game to Louisiana Tech, and then they got beat by Oklahoma, which is swinging the bat really well, and then they lost the first game of the Alabama series. That's been the only, little stretch where you're like, ooh, is this team really going to be good? And I think they fell to number 2 maybe, and then they bounced right back, and they've been number 1 since. I don't recall Arkansas having this straight of a run of being number 1 since I've been up here. So it's been a phenomenal season.
Yeah, Georgia's at 39, by the way, just to complete that thought. And you just look, you mentioned that, kind of finding that third pitcher. I was looking through just the series, and you mentioned the Bama series. You lost game 1 of that. You swept Mississippi State. 2 of 3 in the rest of the way, but it's a game 1 loss, game 2. There's no common pattern where you can say, well, you've won games 1 and 2 and you can't complete the sweep. That really doesn't hold true because you've lost games 1, 2, and 3 along the way in the various series where you've won 2 of 3. But as you watch it, and you watch Lockhart struggle, and you watch Connor Nolan come back in for his first outing back, and it didn't go well for him, to say the least. Arkansas does have to find that quality third starter, Tom, I think, not only to get to Omaha and make a deep run, but, Tom, perhaps even to make Omaha this year.
Yeah, you can envision, like if they get into a tight game, a tight series against somebody, and lose a game 2, and then they're facing elimination with a game 3, just how they would approach that, and that's an issue for Dave Van Horn and Matt Hobbs to try to solve. But the way they operate is they give Kevin Kopps as many innings as he needs to close out these Patrick Wicklander starts in game 1, and it's been a nice combination so far, and they've been able to bring Kopps back in games 3s, and including LSU this weekend with 3 innings, and he just shut them down. And had they been able to come back, then Kopps would have once again been a huge factor. So, they've got to be able to solve that, and having a guy like Kopps be able to go twice on a weekend and twice in decent length stints as well, that's a huge feather in their cap. But they've got to get another 8 innings on weekends out of guys that don't just get hammered, and that's been an issue. So I don't know what the answer is. I mean, I think Bolden will probably get a longer run, and I think Vermillion will get a longer run this weekend because they've got to be able to identify that person.
One more question. What's happened with Jackson Wiggins? I mean, there was a guy you were seeing consistently that you haven't seen much of lately at all.
Yeah, I just think controlling his pitches and having command of a breaking ball, because if you can only go fastball, they'll just sit on it. And no matter if it's 98 miles an hour, college hitters will get to you. So I think that's part of the deal. And, earlier in the season, he commanded it better. And he was untouchable for, those first several weeks of the year. And then the Ole Miss series came around, and both he and Kopps gave up runs and got banged around a little bit in one of those games. And Kopps regained his form immediately. And that might have been the weekend. Kopps had one weekend that he pitched in all 3 games. I don't think that was it because it was a doubleheader. But anyway, Wiggins has pitched since then, but just not as effectively. So I'm sure when he gets his bullpens, they've been working on being able to stay in the zone so his fastball is more effective. And I do not know the answer to it, but if you've got him operating and you can get 2 or 3 innings out of him on a weekend, then that's a huge bonus.
Tom, let's transition to basketball before we let you go. Justin Smith announces over the weekend that he's hiring an agent and trying to get himself drafted in the 2021 NBA draft. What did Justin Smith mean to this Arkansas basketball program?
Well, probably the biggest key addition from the transfer market, with Moses Moody being the biggest key freshman addition. Just a huge Mike Henderson called them glue guys. He just did a little bit of everything, and you got a great feel for his value to this team in the games that he missed because they didn't seem to be connected as well defensively. Even at 6'7", he was a good rebounder. I think a more instinctive rebounder than the rest of the guys, and a guy you could post up in some one-on-one situations, and they did that in some games late. And just a terrific teammate. So, man, that's a huge loss for him, but really not unexpected. I mean, I felt like he would probably do this. So, but man, just the thought that he could come back for another year, that would have been an amazing situation for the Razorbacks.
Tom, also some breaking news this morning. This comes from Kevin McPherson that I know this was kind of rumored over the weekend, but Eric Musselman has hired Cal State Fullerton associate head coach Gus Arsenal, or I don't know how to say his last name, but he was at Muss with Nevada. What do you think about, and I don't know if you're just hearing this now or if you knew this was coming. Any thoughts, spur of the moment, on this seemingly hire?
Yeah, don't know a lot about him, but any guy who's got a background with Musk, knows how he operates, will be a plus, I think. And, yeah, I did hear about it some yesterday. I actually had the weekend in St. Louis, so I was a little low-key, but kept up with Bob some. So, yeah, I was aware of it. And I just think that when you have an operation that you're used to, that will play well for the Razorbacks. But, some assistant coach departures, and, you got to keep the program rolling. And I just think Musk is going to be able to put together another quality staff that can reach these players and try to get the best from them.
Yeah. The fact that he worked with Musk before and he's bringing him back tells you a lot right there about this guy.
Absolutely, it does. And Arkansas, man, it's a happening place right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the vibe around Northwest Arkansas. The reason I moved up here, and I think these coaches, they get it too, man. It's a good place to be.
Hey, can Felipe Franks make the roster with your Falcons? You're a Falcons guy. Can he make the 53?
Well, I think he can. He's got some development to do, obviously. I thought he would be drafted, but anyway, I'm happy we have him, and he would have to. He's got some miles to go to be an NFL starter. But I love the kid's heart, and man, what a boon he was for the Razorbacks to have for 1 year. Because without him, it's hard to envision, the 3-7 season, what really should have been 4-6. And so kudos to Felipe, and good luck with the Falcons. We need you.
Tom, good stuff as always, buddy. We'll talk on Thursday, okay?
Sounds good, y'all. Have a good week. Bye.
All right. Tom Murphy with us here on a Monday. Hot Take Monday brought to you by Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 on 549 in Springdale. All the best brands at the best prices. Peace of mind with a lifetime warranty on every new RV they sell. Plus, they have a mobile service shuttle to keep you camping as well. So stop on in and find out why Wheels RV was voted the best RV dealership in Northwest Arkansas. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 on 549 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Let's keep the NFL stuff going. Aaron Rodgers news over the weekend. That's what a lot of people have been discussing at the coffee table or the water cooler conversation, because there's a lot of opinions.
You've probably never worked anywhere with a water cooler, have you?
Actually, Bo and them actually had a water cooler. So that's I think that's the one place of employment I've worked with a water cooler. But that's been something that Keyshawn and Alan and the guys this morning were kicking around. And what is your take on this? Is Aaron in the right? I mean, they've had one first-round offensive guy drafted since the last 9 years. You know who that was? His replacement, Jordan Love.
Yeah, and he obviously, was quick to make comments, dissatisfied with that selection in the first round when he wanted to help somewhere else. Liz, from the out, all we can do is look from the outside in, obviously, but we know that, when you read stories and you hear things, to think that Aaron Rodgers is not at fault in any of this, I think is probably pulling the wool over your eyes and just embracing the superstar in this and blaming management.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we know about the strife in Aaron's family. We know about, different relationships, and it's been publicized. To say Aaron Rodgers is easy to get along with, I think there's plenty of stuff out there in the media to say that he probably comes with a lot of challenges to manage and to work with as well. So, but he's obviously super talented, but you get to a certain point at a certain age and a certain point in your career, and organizations start having to look at how many years, how much tread do we have left on this tire here?
Good point. Yep.
But only those that are involved in this can truly say what the real rub is. But there's clearly friction between him and the general manager, and to say it's all on the Packers GM, I think is just taking the easy way out.
We're sitting here May the 3rd, 7:37 on a Monday morning. Does Aaron Rodgers play for the Green Bay Packers in 2021?
I don't see any way. I think, to me, this can of worms is open.
Trade, retired, or jeopardy?
Trade.
Okay.
There's still enough tread left on that tire. Somebody's going to want him. Somebody thinks they can make a Super Bowl with him, and they're going to go for it.
Well,
what are they willing to give up?
YOLO.
Yeah, we'll find out. Hey, brought to you by Gaston's White River Resort. If you didn't spend your weekend at Gaston's, you probably didn't do it right. We're headed to Gaston's later this week and looking forward to being there and spending some time on the White River. I love seeing the pictures. One of our favorite guys up there is Lynn Hicks. He's one of the premier guides that have been up there for years and years and years. Saw some pictures that he had posted over the weekend of some of the big browns and rainbows that are being caught right now. It's a great time on the White River. That's always the star of the show when you go to Gaston's is the fishing. And be sure and book one of their guides. If you've never been before, let them show you what it's about. Use one of their top water boats, and you'll have a great experience and really understand why people come back to Gaston's year after year after year. 870-431-5202. Gaston's White River Resort. A first-class time every time.
Hot Take Monday is brought to you by Wheels RV, Highway 412 in Springdale, and online at wheelsrv.net.
Hey, it was BYOG. Bring your own guts.
Wheels RV in Springdale wants you to seek out all the Natural State has to offer this year. Explore Arkansas in a new RV from Grand Design, Forest River, KZ, Heartland, Keystone, or Alliance. All the best brands at the best prices. Enjoy peace of mind with our lifetime warranty on every new RV and a mobile service shuttle to keep you camping. So come on in and discover why Wheels RV was voted the best RV dealership in Northwest Arkansas. 5 miles west of I-49, exit 72. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Hi, I'm Bill Bolton of NWA Gold, Silver, and Coins. I started in this business in 1972 at an auction house that specialized in antique and estate jewelry, sterling silver, and coins. In that time, I've seen gold go from $35 an ounce to today's price of $1,683. I want to talk to you about the coins you may have inherited and how important it is to deal with someone who understands coins and this market. In 2011, we had a mother and daughter come into our store and sell us a lot of jewelry they no longer wore for $3,300. The daughter then pulled out an 1850 California $10 gold piece. Jeremy offered her $900 and she accepted his offer. He then advised her to have this coin graded. She did, and she sold it for $36,000. If you don't know what you have, please come see Jeremy in our Bentonville store. Don't sell at an auction or an estate sale and get less money. What's in your safety deposit box could be worth thousands. NWA Gold, Silver, and Coins, Bentonville, Fayetteville.
In the mood for a top shelf night, 906 Cocktail and Cigar Lounge has your number. Sit back, relax, and enjoy select wines, top shelf spirits, and handcrafted cocktails in a rich, comfortable, sanitized setting with state-of-the-art air filtration. Indulge in one of their delicious appetizers, sandwiches, salads, or specialty items for carry-out or dine-in. Open Tuesday through Saturday. Stop by 906 Garrison Avenue in Fort Smith. 906 Garrison in Fort Smith. 906 Cocktail and Cigar Lounge, defining nightlife in downtown Fort Smith.
Did you know that you can get your car serviced or repaired without ever leaving your house? All you have to do is call Jody's Auto Service Center at 479-649-3399. Jody's will pick up your vehicle, service or repair it for you, and return it fully disinfected to your driveway. Pickup and delivery is free for jobs $75 or more. Jobs less than $75 can be picked up and returned for a $10 fee. Let Jody's Auto Service Centers handle all your service and vehicle repair needs. Call 479-649-3399. Jody's Auto Service Center.
Franco Furniture is your Made in the USA headquarters. We carry as many Made in the USA products as we can, including Jackson Catnapper sofas and Love, Speed Queen washers and dryers, and Serenity mattresses. This month, we are offering special pricing on cash and finance. We are family owned, offer in-store no credit check financing, and service after the sale. Deals on cash and credit. In-store no credit check financing is available. Franco Furniture, 405 4th Street, Barling, Arkansas. Best seats in the house.
River City Bistro is Fort Smith's favorite place for lunch, dinner, and brunch. Open 7 days a week, both on the heated patio and the cozy dining room. River City Bistro is locally owned and open weekdays 11 to 8, Saturdays 10 to 8, and Sundays 10 to 3. Want River City Bistro curbside to go? Just search on Facebook or Instagram for River City Bistro or go to rcbistro.com. River City Bistro, 7320 Rodgers Avenue in the Stonewood Village Shopping Center.
Some of my fondest childhood memories are from volunteering with my grandmother. Helping others was her passion. She'd always say, the sweetest fruits of life come from serving others. And she was right.
At Shelter Insurance, we strive to make a positive impact in the communities where we work and live.
Ask Wade Gilkey in Fort Smith about Shelter's home insurance.
Hey, Grounds guys.
Hey, what?
Can you get rid of these weeds in my yard?
You betcha. The Grounds Guys 6-step weed and feed service will eliminate those unsightly weeds, keeping your lawn green and pristine all year long. Mention this ad and get your first application for 50% off, and you'll notice the results right away. Call 479-303-GUYS. That's 303-GUYS. Or go to groundsguys.com for all your lawn care needs in Northwest Arkansas and the Fort Smith area. The Grounds Guys. Leave the yard work to us.
It's spring cleaning sale time at Jelco Outdoors. Save up to 75% off on selected clothing items. Summer and winter clothing for men, women, and children. Look for the orange clearance stickers with racks lined with savings. Footwear and archery items are included in the big spring clearance sale, going on now until it's gone. The boss says let's clear the racks during the spring cleaning sale at Jelco Outdoors, 4600 South Zero in Fort Smith.
Was your roof damaged by recent storms? Don't fall victim to out-of-town contractors and fly-by-night repairmen. Trust the local roofing professionals at Able Roofing. Call their local number, 474-0006, for a free roof inspection. Never trust something as important as the roofing system on your home to a storm chaser. Able Roofing, 474-0006, will work with your insurance company. Call now for your free roof inspection, 474-0006. Able Roofing, the hometown roofers.
ESPN 95.3.
Good morning to the Morning Rush, everybody.
And Derby's got the first down. A.J. Derby then hits the speed. How about that? Did he stay in? Touchdown, Arkansas!
Streaming live at hitthatline.com.
We asked Tom about what he thought with Felipe Franks and the Atlanta Falcons. What do you think about where these players ended up? Jonathan Marshall, the only Hog drafted. We'll get to what Sam Pittman said about that. And then just kind of where these players signed free agent deals. What do you like? What do you disliked about their destinations? That's coming up here on the Morning Rush, Tommy.
Hey, Standard Materials Group is adding to their team. They have immediate openings for ready-mix drivers in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you have a CDL license without an automatic restriction, you want to be home at nights with a family, you want to work with a great company that has great pay, benefits, a great team environment, growth opportunities to move up in the company, you need to apply today. Go to jobs.crh.com. Again, that's jobs.crh.com. Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
Congratulations, John. I'm so excited for you and can't wait to watch you compete at the next level. Your selection makes it 26 years in a row that a Hog has been drafted, and I know you'll continue to represent this program the right way. You've earned this moment not just because of your play on the field, but for who you are off the field as well. You are a great Hog, and I know you'll be a great Hog in the NFL. Best of luck, and woo pig suey.
Tommy asked the question on our Morning Rush poll this morning, which player selected, like Jonathan, or signed a free agent deal, has the best opportunity and will have the best career in the NFL? And it was all Jonathan Marshall responses on our social medias. Now, you and I, last week, when asked about, hey, of the order who gets drafted, we said Marshall, Franks, Boyd. Well, Boyd and Franks didn't get drafted, but we just had a high opinion of Jonathan Marshall like Clay does and like so many other people leading up to this draft, and excited to see him get drafted. Of these guys, where they ended up, Rakeem Boyd to Detroit, Xavier Kelly to Baltimore, Felipe Franks is a Falcon, Jerry Jacobs at Detroit, and then again Jonathan Marshall in New York. Is there one that you think is going to have more success than the others based on where they landed or just their ceiling overall?
Well, I mean, I would probably agree with the majority and say Jonathan Marshall, just because, Felipe Franks, we know how hard. There's only one spot there to be the starting quarterback to really break in. Now, you can have a great career even now being on the practice squad. Pays pretty good by comparison. So, but maybe Franks grabs an opportunity as a backup. Some teams are going to carry an extra quarterback. I'm not saying these guys, but to be a starter in the NFL, that is so difficult. So it'd be hard to say Felipe Franks, but we know that running backs, how difficult it is to really latch on there. So I would say Marshall and probably maybe even Xavier Kelly, but I think Marshall is the right answer in this conversation.
Tommy, here's a quote from the NFL Network on Felipe Franks. Film at Arkansas was probably better than I was expecting from the Florida stuff. That was what a college scouting director said. But Franks still has a long way to go. Another team source said, of the guys I interviewed at the Senior Bowl, Franks is the one you walked away saying he's got to learn a lot. And to me, I think Felipe, they keep talking about his upside, his 6'6" frame, ran a 4.5, which I think we were kind of surprised to see. There's a lot of arm strength is not an issue. There's a lot of things you like about Felipe. I'm just wondering how he translates to the next level, because we think we know what we have in Jonathan Marshall, and you truly don't know what you have until you see it at the next level, and these guys get into practices and NFL workouts and have to put on massive amount of weight in order to compete with the strength of the league. What is Felipe Franks as a quarterback to the next level? Is he a fringe backup? Is he a practice squad guy? Like, what do you anticipate his career in the National Football League looking like?
You'd have to say backup to practice squad guy right now. I mean, I just have a hard time seeing a guy going undrafted to being a starter in the NFL. That'd be a stretch of an opinion, right? It'd be a homer opinion right now. So, I would say right now you're hoping to maybe fall in the right organization, maybe be on the practice squad, make a pretty good living doing that. You're not making millions, but anymore you're making hundreds of thousands, and you're getting to learn within your system, and there's film on you that other teams can look. Brandon Allen was a call away and got a chance to start in Denver. And when injuries happen, you want that film to be out there in the system for other teams to go look and find you. So, hey, being on the P squad is not all bad. I mean, yeah, you'd love to be on the 53, you'd love to be making that kind of money, but at the same time, you just want to stay in the system and have other teams have access to film on you.
Yeah. And you talk about being on that practice squad, the connection that he had with Zach Taylor in Los Angeles, getting to start in Denver, now being and staying with the Cincinnati Bengals, who added Jamar Chase as a weapon. When you think about now T. Higgins, former Clemson wide receiver, Jamar Chase, who's going to be what I think is the best wide receiver of this class, even over the Heisman Trophy winner Devontae Smith. They have some pieces there, and we know that ACL injuries can be all over the place. So, and I think Joe Burrow did some other stuff to his knee too, like when he got hit. So his timeline is up in the air right now, and I hope that bodes well for. I mean, you never root for injuries in any case, in any way, shape, or form, but you hope that bodes well for BA up there.
Yeah, you just look at what unfolded this weekend, how well the SEC did once again, and that Arkansas had one draft selection out of the entire weekend. To me, I leave just even more impressed with the job that Sam Pittman and his staff did with 10 SEC games to win 3 of those, but more so compete in so many games this year. And clearly you were not the more talented team more often than not. The draft tells you that, confirms what we already should have known. If you didn't know it, you should know it now. Arkansas wasn't the more talented team down in, down out, week in, week out, and then you had COVID play a factor in all of this. This shows you that this coaching staff did a great job with what they were working with to develop them, to get them to believe in themselves, to win the 3 games they won against a difficult 10-game SEC schedule. Yeah, the 3 wins are what they are, but they competed in a lot of those games. They didn't get embarrassed in a lot of those games. I think it's even more impressive now that you come out of the draft and really kind of get some facts to go along with it.
Tommy, let's think about this. You got blown out by Alabama, but they did that to a lot of teams this year. You couldn't stop Florida or Texas A&M. You at least kept up offensively with Texas A&M, and I think you hung 35 on Florida, which is still pretty good, but Kyle Trask and company hung like 60-something on you. So outside
Stay with Georgia early.
Yeah, and you held the lead for, 38 minutes?
Yeah.
So outside of – you had one game you didn't compete in Alabama, and then – essentially,
who had 6 first-round draft selections.
Yeah. You didn't compete in the second half against Florida, and A&M, you just couldn't stop them. Georgia, we know about the talent that they had with Monty Rice, Richard LeCount, the kid that was just drafted by the Packers, cornerback whose name, Tompkins maybe, I think that's the name. There was talent all over that field, and yet, like you mentioned, you still stayed with them.
I'm just saying if 5 or 6 Hogs have been drafted, your opinion would be the opposite, right? Shouldn't they have won more games?
Only one.
with only one drafted Razorback, I think you should be a little bit more impressed about the job Pittman and his crew did.
Burks, Catalan. There's some guys next year that'll get drafted.
Absolutely. All right, Hot Take Monday on the Morning Rush, brought to you in part by World of Wireless. 877-305-DISH is the number to call Ben and his crew. Make the move to Dish. Get a free Google camera to make your home more secure. You can get that installed for free right now. That's a $350 value. Yours free when you make the move to Dish right now. Lock in your price for 2 years with World of Wireless. If you're paying $120, $30, $40, anything over $100 a month, it's worth making the call because 3 TVs in the house with Dish right now is less than $80 a month, and you get the free security camera as well. 877-305-DISH. That's 877-305-3474 with WOW World of Wireless.
Hour number 3 coming up. We'll talk about what went down in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
It's the 43rd anniversary sale, April 23rd through May the 3rd at Burton Pools and Spas.
Dandy white perch, big old slab. C'est bon, sacalé.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse.
Some serious crappie.
Nice speck.
We got crappies.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
This song might make you feel cool, but it perfectly describes a fool. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road and gonna ride till I can't no more, and can't nobody tell me nothing. This path will only lead you to God's wrath, because the Bible says the wicked refuse discipline and treat his words like trash. What good is a nice beat when you're headed down the wrong street? I'm Pastor Heath from Woodland. Think about it.
The Smithwick Original Suspending Rattling Rogue will catch them. It has that famous rolling action whether it's fished extremely slow or worked fast in heavy current. This rogue suspends, so it will stay in the strike zone longer, allowing you to catch more fish. Available at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Academy, LureNet.com, and tackle stores all over the place. The Smithwick Original Suspending Rattling Rogue.
Hi folks, Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources, where it's trading time. I really need to keep my lot stocked, so all this month, I'm giving up to $3,100 extra for your trade. Even if you still owe money on your car, up to $3,100 extra goes a long way to help you get into a nicer, newer car today. Call, go online, or come by and choose from a great selection of Rath Road-ready cars, trucks, and SUVs, each one hand-picked and inspected in our Meineke Car Care Center. Plus, our For the People credit approval process works with the country's best banks and lenders to make sure you drive off with a payment you can afford. If you're keeping the car you have, let us take care of it for you in our Meineke Car Care Center with free AC performance checks, half-off brakes, and buy 3, get 1 free on all tires. Better yet, trade it in for something nicer and newer today and get up to $3,100 extra on trade during trading time at Arkansas's favorite used car dealer, Rath Auto Resources, and the Meineke Car Care Center, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, or online, rathauto.com.
Ramos Roofing is a local roofing company and have over 25 years of experience in the Oklahoma area. Are you looking for a residential or commercial roofing need? Ramos Roofing is the business you can trust, offering discounts for senior citizens, law enforcement, and healthcare workers. Ramos Roofing can help you with your insurance claim. Ramos Roofing, working with you to build a better home. Call 479-420-9903. That's 479-420-9903 for Ramos Roofing.
Riley Farm Dental, at the entrance to Riley Farms, provides every type of dental care and procedures for you and your family. From general dentistry, braces, implants, and cosmetics, Dr. Bo Sparkman and Dr. Brogan give all of their patients better lives with a better smile, more confidence, and a comfortable experience every time. Riley Farm Dental, 5901 Riley Park Drive, Suite A, at the entrance to Riley Farms. Call 226-3500 for an appointment or visit RileyFarmDental.com.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Call Kohler and Green Insurance today in Fort Smith at 484-9888 and Kohler and Green Insurance in Van Buren at 474-9888.
Tired of constant computer issues at work? And who knows what the real problem is? Is it the router? No, it's the hardware. Wait, they said it was the software. Call Hashtag Managed IT Services. Their multifaceted approach to IT support guarantees that everything is working at optimum performance. And Hashtag prevents the small problems from becoming big issues. Hashtag Managed IT Services in Van Buren. 479-802-4978. That's 479-802-4978. Hashtag technology without the headache.
Whether it's a game day, a holiday, office function, or your family lunch or dinner, Whole Hog Cafe Fort Smith is ready to serve you their award-winning barbecue and sides. Dine in or call either of the Whole Hog Fort Smith locations, Borough Road or Phoenix Avenue, or go online to wholehogfortsmith.com and check out their buddy packs and party packs. Both Whole Hog locations are currently open 11 till 6, Tuesday through Saturday. Experience award-winning barbecue and sides at Whole Hog Cafe today.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
Expecting to see a few showers developing today. Our high this afternoon in the low 80s north, upper 80s south. Showers and thunderstorms intensifying tonight. Some of the storms could contain some hail and gusty winds. Overnight low, upper 50s north, mid 60s south. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
Mosquito Joe of Arkansas is an Arkansas-owned family business committed to making outside fun again in the natural state. For a mosquito-free yard this summer, call Mosquito Joe at 479-202-9960 or visit arkansas.mosquitojoe.com.
You're listening to The Morning Rush live from the Bushlight Studios on ESPN 95.3, KERX Paris, Fort Smith.
The 3-1 now on Christian Franklin is hit high in the air, deep to left field, sending Dugas back to the wall, and he leaps, and it's out of here, into the bleachers.
Hey, this is Darren McFadden, and you're listening to The Morning Rush.
Live from the Bushlight Studios.
You're causing a major disturbance on my time.
If I'm here and you're here, doesn't that make it our time?
On your favorite Arkansas sports talk station. Streaming live from
hitthatline.com.
There's a lot of lions, tigers, and bears, but there ain't but one Razorback. Number one.
This is The Morning Rush.
Borderline erotic.
With Ty Richardson.
Sunshine. That's cool. I can dig it.
And Tommy Kraft.
Do I look happy? What's wrong?
Lloyd! The Morning Rush starts right now.
Hour number 3 of The Morning Rush Hot Take Monday. Hogs. NFL, we talked about that this morning. Talked about the series win over LSU, what went down in Baton Rouge. Little Justin Smith, he's moving on to the next stage of his career. A lot more to get to, Tommy, in this hour.
It's all brought to you on a Hot Take Monday by Wheels RV, the best brands at the best prices by Grand Design, Forest River, KZ, Heartland, Keystone Alliance, and the best prices are always at Wheels RV. Get peace of mind with a lifetime warranty on every new RV they sell at Wheels. Find out why Wheels RV was voted the best RV dealership in Northwest Arkansas. It's all at Wheels RV, 5 miles west of Exit 72, off I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Before we get into the Baton Rouge conversation, I want to welcome in Robert in Fort Smith. He wants to talk a little Kentucky Derby and Hogs this morning. What's up, Robert?
A little bit of both. I was like Tommy, but Tommy, weren't you surprised that Essential Quality, the favorite horse, did not do well at all?
I was made that stretch run, but yeah, I mean, down the stretch, I was just surprised, how Baffert's horse just held them all off, won by a head.
He did.
I mean, and he kept talking about this horse isn't the biggest horse, but he kept talking about how the horse won with heart. I mean, I was impressed with how that horse just held everybody off down the stretch after being in front the whole way, more or less.
Yeah, and that was it was a nice race. And real quick with baseball team, I don't know. I mean, I know if we can get to Omaha, which it's looking decent. I know it's a long ways off, but I don't know if we get in the losers bracket, I don't know if we got a pitcher that can pull us out, because I know some of our pitching's good, but you got to have more than just one or two kids to get you out of the hole. I'm just seeing what y'all's thoughts are on that.
Thanks, Robert. Yeah, the pitching has been an issue, and that's one of the few issues faced with this baseball team. We had, I heard Aaron Fitt say on the Razorback Daily that Arkansas has what he believes is the best offense and defense in the country. You think about the home runs they hit; they're leading the country in home runs. But Tommy, the pitching is still kind of the question mark with this team. And I mean, you're still the unanimous number one. You still haven't lost an SEC series, so we're still nitpicking. But when Dave gets on this program and says starting pitching is still an issue for us, then he's not mincing words. He was honest with us that morning.
I think that's correct. I mean, still keep in mind, you in game 2 you gave up 10 runs, was it? Now, obviously it came apart when Connor Nolan came in and gave up 6 of those runs, but from the 7th inning on, he really had a bad 7th inning. Let's just be honest. He had one bad inning with a kind of a restart assignment there for Connor that didn't go well, and hopefully he gets another shot at some point, and it will go well for him.
Because that was his first game.
First game back in a long while. I mean, I had to go back and look when it's been a while since he's pitched. So, but no, I think that's fact. But here it's kind of like a football team where you got a defense that's a little bit suspect, but your offense is potent enough to overcome it. I mean, I think that's what you've got here with this baseball team. There's home run power up and down that lineup. There's the ability to get runs and get guys on base and then other players behind them to drive them in. So, and I've been really impressed with once Arkansas can knock the starter out for most teams, and they've struggled at times with the first, second, third inning, going through the order the first time and a half, and then once they finally get through the starter into the bullpen, Arkansas has been lethal in the 7th, 8th, 9th inning offensively. So there is no putting this team away with Arkansas. So there's enough up and down that lineup that they can overcome a little bit of what Dave would like to see out of the starting pitching, what we'd all like to see. But they're plenty good enough to make it to Omaha, and I think make noise there too. I think if they find that number 3 starter, you'd feel really good about them being there a couple of weekends.
So let's talk about this weekend, the baseball game and stuff. We can play this one last time here this morning. I have really
always time for Garth.
Grown infatuated with this song. Here, I'm going to hand you this.
Are you a Garth guy?
I like Garth Brooks. Yeah. Here, I'm going to hand you this, Tommy.
What's this wadded up, crumpled up piece of?
So here's what we can talk about. We can talk about.
I can't even read this.
Us meeting here. Let me just do this real quick. We can talk about us meeting Greg Brooks' high school coach, Arkansas cornerback. We can talk about a few voicemails that made their waves on this sports radio station on Friday. We can talk about the crack and my broken window, if you want to talk about that. We can talk about certain members of our party getting kicked out of Alex Box Stadium on Friday.
How'd you break your window?
Do you want to start there?
Well, that might be the most interesting thing. Maybe. Okay. It may not be. I don't know.
Where do you want to go?
Is this supposed to impress me, this receipt?
Well, I'm asking you if we can expense it.
Good Lord, how long is that thing?
Well, you guys got mad that I brought several back last time, so I just have it on one now.
First of all, it's crumpled up and wrinkled up. I don't think you could get that one passed.
Okay.
Do I need to make a copy of it?
You couldn't make a copy of this one.
You could still see the total at the bottom.
Is that a 3?
That's a 3.
So you and your buddies had a $300 bill bar tab, and I'm supposed to be impressed?
Can you take care of that or no?
No, I can't take care of that.
Okay.
Tell me how this is a company expense.
It's,
Thank you.
I don't know. We'll
I framed that, though.
Those crawfish,
it's a good souvenir. There's a lot of lemon drops on here, I see.
Those crawfish cheese fries down there were unbelievable. Yeah. Some of the best food I've ever had. So we had some homemade. There's homemade
lemon drop shot.
The cheese fries are on there somewhere. The homemade spaghetti and meatballs, the po' boys, the shrimp gumbo,
a lot of seltzers,
the pasta. I mean, I did not stop eating it all this weekend. The wings, the mozzarella sticks. I mean, there was so much food this weekend.
Why did you get mozzarella? Not that I have an issue with mozzarella sticks.
No, mozzarella sticks are great.
I get that, but you're in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
I love mozzarella sticks. I love them so much. All right, so you want to start with the window story? Are you intrigued by that?
How many lemon drop shots are on here?
A good chunk.
What's a lemon drop shot? Is it just it is?
It's vodka and... Do you know what's in a lemon drop shot?
You should know. There's about 20 of them on here.
It's vodka and lemon something. Maybe it's lemonade. I don't know. But, well,
A lot of pina coladas, too. Who drank those?
What the heck?
I don't think there's any pina coladas on there. Not that
you drank all this, you wouldn't know what was on here.
So
vodka, lemon juice, sugar, and lime wedges, or lemon wedges. Excuse me.
All right, I'll frame this.
If there's one, there's 51 lemon drops on that receipt.
You say that I could take care, so you can take care of one of these beers. Let's see.
Oh, one beer.
One beer.
Here, I got $4.
Take care.
I'll go into my wallet and help you with that.
Take care of one of these summer shandies. So. I told you how
I'm still waiting on how that was a business expense.
It's part of the trip.
How much business did you talk about on that?
How much business was done?
A lot of business.
I'm waiting on the contracts to roll in.
A lot of business. Really appreciate Walk-Ons Fort Smith helping us get out behind enemy lines.
That bill was more than their bill's going to be. That's the problem.
So one of the things that I was scared about this weekend is I got that Hog license plate on the front of my vehicle, and so I thought like a window or something was going to get smashed. And instead, one of the members of my party on Thursday night, as I was the designated driver, as we were leaving, decided to yell at every LSU fan he saw, "The Hogs are here, the Hogs are here," and did that by
got a little lippy, huh?
Yeah, but by leaning on the window. And so come to find out, the window frame is completely jacked, and then there is a massive crack that's probably the size of my arm on the inside portion of the window. So now I got to take care of that.
They're going to take the door apart.
Is that what they have to do?
Well, how are you going to fix the frame and everything inside?
I have no idea. I don't know how that works, but I have that to do.
They don't have little elves that climb down in the door. They've got to take the door apart and fix it.
Is that going to be an expensive venture, I would assume?
No, they do that very affordably. Very affordably.
Hopefully it won't have to.
The word tear apart comes into car repair. It's
dismantle,
it's
unassemble, and reassemble.
So that to deal with. Speaking of cars, one of our Uber drivers ended up
and they broke the frame?
It's not the frame. It's the
part that holds the glass. That would be the frame.
When it slides up into it, it's like that foam, not foam stuff. I don't know what the material is called, but it's busted, and my car was wet because that part got left open. They're supposedly, yes.
Are they paying for it?
Yeah, yes, he is going to pay for it.
Okay, good. All right.
So that happened. We met.
So it doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter how expensive it is then. Whatever.
Yeah, but I still have to pay it, and then we got to work on the Venmo or the Square Cash.
It don't matter. I mean, spare no expense if there's.
Yeah. Only the best.
Can I expense that?
No.
Okay. And we met Coach Crutchfield, not Chris Crutchfield, the former Arkansas head coach, but I think his name's Cyril Crutchfield. He was Greg Brooks' high school coach. Okay. So we're talking, and he's asking us what we're doing in town because he's Razorbacks. He's like, oh, actually, one of my players ended up going to school there. And we're like, who? He goes, Greg Brooks. And we're like Greg, really? He's from obviously Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Had the pick six against Mississippi State and KJ Costello in that game. So that was kind of cool, I would say. It was also just fun to see a series win like that. But LSU fans, like I said, guys, disappointing.
Were you nervous at all when the seventh inning hit and seemingly Arkansas could not get out of their own way in that seventh inning of Game 2?
Yeah,
that sparked the momentum that I think without that inning, you might have won Game 3.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that turned them on down there, and it gave them some confidence going into that final game. Had Game 3 been on Sunday, it might have been a different story. You had some time for that to wear off, but you had to immediately go out, and boy, I think it was basically 12-5 from that point on the rest of the way in a, was it 5-4 win in Game 3?
Yes.
So, I mean, you add up where you were from that point on, and it was all LSU more or less.
Yeah.
Now, it really boils down to that 6-run seventh inning, but that was the flint. That was the spark that got the fighting Tigers going.
You got to feel bad for Connor Nolan.
I mean,
good Lord. I mean, we've been
you were hoping
for this.
he would come back and just, be nuts. But, I mean, everything was out over it was just meat over the heart of the plate. And you thought, well, he can get out, surely they'll hit a ground ball sooner or later. Then they got one, came off the club. I mean, it's just some other things that went wrong in that inning too. But
still won the series, though.
Won the series. That was a series, though, that was ripe for a sweep.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then Arkansas made the late comeback on Game 3 late Saturday night. And, maybe another hit away from at least sending it to extra innings.
I didn't catch game 3. I watched
after scoring 3 in the ninth.
Watched game 1 and game 2. What was this pitching? The strike zone in game 3, like in the bottom of the 9th or something like that?
Well, there was just some questions about that last pitch. Generous as it has been described a lot. Low and outside.
Okay, fair enough.
It's like what someone texted us in earlier. He had a dinner date.
But I wouldn't say that for the ball game that
didn't lose you.
No.
Okay.
Did not come back with the scorebook. JT Hot Springs was wondering that. I don't really know how to score a baseball game. That's something that
why do we send him down there if he doesn't know how to score a baseball game?
For the brand to be down there, for the ESPN Arkansas hitthatline.com brand to just be there and live from Baton Rouge. Does that work? Is that an adequate enough answer for you? I think that works.
If it were true, that would be a great answer.
Speaking of the brand that we associate ourselves with here,
the brand. Yeah.
And I'm talking about the brand of ESPN Arkansas and hitthatline.com. You actually should be proud of me because I was not one of the members that was ejected from Alex Box Stadium in game number 1. I actually was really liked by the LSU fans, and I was a little worried about my temperament.
Well, yeah, you're wearing baby blue Razorback stuff. Yeah.
I was worried about the temperament of myself at that game and just how things were going. We went to Chimes before the receipt that you had. And
I can see that you did.
And it was because that was a recommendation we got from like 5 Morning Rush listeners.
Mm-hmm.
And so I told the guys we're with, we were absolutely going here.
Yeah.
Cool balcony, just a cool area.
I think you heard all the chimes there, apparently.
Right next to the original Raising Cane's, which is kind of cool. Just a cool area. And so it was our group, and there were some parents of baseball players that ended up meeting us up there. Now, they were not a part of this receipt. They were over there being mundane and respectable, unlike us. So we get to the game, and the intent of the gentleman that I was with this weekend was to get at some point thrown out of Alex Box. They knew it was coming. They wanted to do it. And it was going all fine and dandy for the most part.
Why you would drive that far to get thrown out is beyond me.
That's a great question. They flew, so they even paid more for it.
Yeah.
But that's
I was joking about I didn't think I was actually going to get thrown out. So we're there, and every time that we catch a foul ball, Arkansas, it's like 1 out, 2 outs, and the LSU fans get a little irritated about that. But it's a close game for the most part until Christian Franklin just yams that one into left center. We're yelling at Gavin Dugas because he's playing left field. They're not a huge fan of that.
We're talking Friday night here.
Friday night.
Okay.
And it's nothing bad. It's just literally just yelling his last
name. We're in the
name.
middle innings at this point.
Correct.
All right.
The occasional, how's your girlfriend, who we knew her name at the time. I think we knew his mom's name as well. So we're doing that. I say I'm not. I'm just sitting there in attendance.
Friday, because you probably don't remember based on the bar receipt.
That's a good point.
It was a scoreless game until the 7th.
Yes, correct.
Right. And I didn't know if you remembered that.
Yes, I do remember that.
Who was pitching for the Razorbacks?
That day?
Yeah.
On Friday?
Yeah.
Wick.
God, I was hoping.
I remember that. And so at 7th inning rolls
Almost
around.
got him, Tommy.
He had to think about it a minute.
7th inning rolls around. And
by the way, who started for LSU in that one?
No, I can't tell you that. I don't know that.
He went 7 innings. I mean,
yeah, he pitched a dandy for him that day. I didn't remember his name, but
he landed Marceau.
Okay,
cool.
Yeah, one of the EUX.
Yeah.
So we're there, and it's going. Oh well, there's some college LSU students that are actually friendly. We're having fun with them. We're just jabbing back and forth. Nothing out of the ordinary. And then Arkansas scores, and the LSU fans in front of us, there's a mom and a dad that start turning around, and they had the audacity to turn around and tell us that, well, we don't care about our baseball program because y'all's football and basketball program sucks. Yeah, and that set one of the members in my group off when they chirped about Eric Musselman. And so you do not insult Eric Musselman to an Arkansas basketball fan. So
trust me, if LSU wasn't 7-14 in league play, they'd care a lot more about baseball.
Yeah. Following that statement from those parents in front of us who had gotten annoyed to this point, one of the members of our party went off on them, and that caused Landmark Security come over, and they escorted it. And then the security, speaking of audacity, he had the audacity to point at me and it's like, son, you got to go. And I was like, sir, I have not said like anything this entire game because I'm representing ESPN Arkansas and hitthatline.com. And
the brand. He is the brand.
Right, yeah.
Luckily enough, Tommy, the LSU fans that called for certain members of my party to be ejected said, no, that Sonny didn't say anything. He's been nice. They literally said that Sonny didn't say anything. He's been nice. And some Arkansas fans behind me said this guy hadn't been saying anything. So I just want you to know, as I always do when I go somewhere, I represent you and this company to a T.
So I'm supposed to take it based on your word and what a LSU fan said.
Correct. Well, no.
What? Wait. Correct? No. I mean, which is it?
Hold up. Say that one more time.
So I'm supposed to base it on what you're saying and the opinion of an LSU fan.
But there's no, like, opposite. The LSU fan's like, no, this guy didn't say anything.
What's your story, number one?
Why would we trust what an LSU fan
Yeah,
says?
exactly. That's my point. Why would we put any value in what an LSU fan says?
Okay, if you don't believe them, then you can call up some of the baseball players' parents that were not too far by.
Did you know the security guard's name? Did you catch his name?
I did not catch his name.
But he knew your name.
He was an older gentleman, but again, that was a fun weekend, and then had to deal with some voicemails and stuff. It was a great weekend. I appreciate that. I guess I'll take care of this, and I'll take care of the other stuff as well, just because.
Still trying to figure out what work got done on the work trip.
Lots of work got done.
Well, okay, so it should be easy to tell us what work got done.
Yeah, tell us then.
Did you not see the video I posted
of what
in the top of the top of the seventh when Arkansas scored and the Hogs were going on the 5-0 run?
All right, fine.
Okay.
Well, there's one thing. All right, keep going there, partner.
That's about it.
There you go. You were there for 72 hours. You only posted one video.
No, I posted two.
Two videos.
I posted.
All right, what's the second one?
Just the video of like the zoom across the baseball field, and then just like you would think with the rival and the number one team in the country in town.
Yeah.
So that's two. That's
two videos.
That's work.
We sent you 9 hours to post 2 videos.
You just should be lucky I didn't get kicked out, removed from the stadium.
I'd have had like a 10-minute documentary when I went down there.
Yeah.
So I got to worry about my window. I got this voicemail.
Or Tyrannosaurus Rex, whatever your name is. It's me, your girl. Anyway, can you send back a recording of you saying yogurt in your most southern accent? Yeehaw.
Yogurt. SmackDown says it better because he's from White County.
Yogurt.
So
it's all in the hook of the O and the G.
So
I'm looking.
So did you meet her at Chimes? Is this where that introduction was made?
Is it bad if I can't tell you the bar where we actually met?
Work trip.
It was a work trip. But you're not going to
You're not going to convince me and Tommy that any work got done while you were at Chimes or Dirty Beaver Saloon or wherever you've been.
Chimes, Ivar's, Fred's. I think that's about it. Yeah. There's probably one or two more. You need to try the spaghetti meatball at Phil's, Tommy. They're better than your meatballs. Those were some of the best meatballs I've ever had that you cooked.
I wouldn't have gone all the way to Cajun country and thought spaghetti and meatballs.
Well, that's what they're famous for. Apparently, they're world famous. That's like Odell Beckham Jr. and some other former players go in there a lot.
Well, glad you had a good time. Baton Rouge is one of those SEC towns you got to get. Been to New Orleans, but Baton Rouge a little bit. What do you say? It hits different.
Yeah, you know what I'll do? I'll sacrifice and I'll go back this fall.
Sounds like some others on the team need to have this experience for football.
No,
we can go down there and have yogurt in November.
Have what?
Or October, whenever it is. Hey, today is the last day for the 43rd anniversary sale at Burton Pools and Spas. There's still time through the end of the week to register for the Louisiana Grill. Go to hitthatline.com, click on the grill giveaway, give us your information, and you're entered to win a great brand new grill that we're giving away with Burton Pools and Spas, part of their 43rd anniversary sale. Today's the last day on cash and carry above ground pools starting at $19.99, semi-in-ground pools for less than $10,000. It's the 43rd anniversary sale, Burton Pools and Spas, Springdale, and in Fort Smith, your source for backyard fun.
Hot Take Monday is brought to you by Wheels RV, Highway 412 in Springdale, and online at wheelsrv.net.
Eagle's Nest is coming in hot.
Standard Materials Group has immediate openings for ready-mix drivers in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you have a CDL license without an automatic restriction and want to be home every night, want to work with a company that offers great pay, benefits, and a great team environment with growth opportunity, apply today at jobs.crh.com. Again, that's jobs.crh.com. Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
It's like I blinked and suddenly all my business shifted to e-commerce.
Now, my business hours are whenever my customers need me.
My customers want everything now and faster than ever. It's a whole different world.
Your business is changing. The United States Postal Service is changing with it. We're bringing you fast, reliable shipping nationwide, and we're bringing it right when your customers need it. Let's discover new routes. Visit USPS.com/new routes. The United States Postal Service. Priority, you.
It's time to say goodbye to contacts, glasses, or bifocals with LASIK or clear lens exchange by Volvision in Northwest Arkansas. Mention ESPN for $500 off your LASIK or clear lens exchange procedure. A quick 15-minute procedure, easy 24-hour recovery no matter your age. Freedom from contacts and glasses is an option for you. Volvision, the official eye care providers of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Go Hogs! Discount cannot be combined with other offers or discounts.
Hey, grounds guys.
Hey, what?
How'd you like to mow my lawn?
You betcha. If you want your lawn professionally maintained, the Grounds Guys is your one-stop shop. The Grounds Guys will mow, trim, edge, blow away all the debris off your sidewalks and driveway, and keep your lawn the envy of the neighborhood all year long. Call 479-303-GUYS. That's 303-GUYS. Or go to groundsguys.com for all your lawn care needs in Northwest Arkansas and the Fort Smith area. The Grounds Guys. Leave the yard work to us.
Fitness will always be about keeping a routine. And the best routines in life will always make time for enjoying yourself. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. AB Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
New Bud Light Seltzer?
Yep.
A hard seltzer with a hint of fruit flavor?
Yep.
Can I try one?
Yep.
That tastes great.
Told ya.
Bud Light Seltzer, unquestionably good. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer, IRC Beers, beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
Give potted plants a healthy start with Scott's Miracle-Gro from Metters Lumber True Value. Right now, choose a 4-pound bag of all-purpose plant food or a 2 cubic foot bag of potting mix for just $8.99 each after $3 instant rebate for True Value Rewards members. The plant food instantly feeds flowers, vegetables, and houseplants, while the potting mix offers 6 months of continuous feeding. Shop right now for these and other great bargains of the month while supplies last at Metters Lumber True Value. Certain exclusions apply. See store for details.
Have your travel plans changed? Looking for a place that's close to home and keep your family safe? Gaston's White River Resort is located on the beautiful White River. They offer private accommodations in their lodges and cabins. Most cabins have a fully equipped kitchen or let their restaurant staff deliver to your cabin. Call 870-431-5202 and change your plans to Gaston's White River Resort. Gaston's White River Resort, a first-class time every time.
Come try out the new Ping G425 Woods in Irons or the Callaway Epic Speed Woods at the Golf Nut, 5121 Towson Avenue in Fort Smith. Spend some time on the putting green and try out a great selection of Scotty Cameron putters. In now, Titleist Pro V1s and Pro V1X golf balls, including Arkansas Razorback logo balls. Need a push cart? Choose from Sun Mountain, Rovic, or Click Here. As always, don't forget to check out Facebook for daily specials. The best place for all your golfing needs, the Golf Nut, Fort Smith's #1 golf shop since 1994.
Hi, I'm Kelly Smith, owner of Dixie Digital Imaging. Would printing from your phone or tablet make your life easier? Are you emailing files to yourself so that you can print them from your desktop or laptop? The Xerox VersaLink and AltaLink lines of network printers and multifunction printers will natively print using your phone's built-in capabilities. Apple AirPrint and Google Cloud Printing just work. To order yours today, give us a call at 783-6600 or visit dixiedigital.com. Dixie Digital Imaging, bringing document innovations to the River Valley.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about? A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
Growing up, my parents always encouraged me to do what's right, even if it wasn't easy. I'd always hear my mother's voice say, "Do the right thing." That stuck with me. Every day, just do the right thing. That's it. The rest takes care of itself.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe in doing the right thing for our customers and our communities.
Ask Shelter agents Randy Milam or Brad Howe about a free insurance review.
ESPN 95.3. The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
Jefferson's in the gun. They put Burks in the backfield as well. Going to toss it to the tight end. They're going to throw the football. Touchdown, Arkansas. Blake Kern.
I'm going to try this call-in number.
Call or text the Morning Rush at 877-377-6963.
My first official call-in.
So you win the LSU series for the first time since 2004, thanks to a pretty good seventh inning like Tommy was talking about, and then a pretty dominating performance for the most part in game number 2. We'll talk about that and some more headlines coming up here on the Morning Rush.
Let me tell you about our friends at Frank Rowe Furniture in Barling. You're Made in the USA headquarters. If you like Made in the USA products, you're going to find a store full of them at Frank Rowe Furniture. Aaron Rowe and his family go out of their way, whether they're buying at market or whether they're buying from all the different variety of sources they have to fill their showroom, whether it's washers and dryers, sofas and love seats. They want Made in the USA products, and that's what they fill up their store with every day. So stop in and see them. Jackson Catnapper sofas and love seats, they've got those. Speed Queen washers and dryers, Serenity mattresses, anything you're looking to furnish your home, you're going to find it. And the thing I love about Frank Rowe Furniture is the great service you get. I needed some bed frames to take up to the River House last week. Man called Aaron, gave me a great price on them, loaded them up in my car, off I went, and easy to deal with. And delivery's available too. So if you don't have a truck, you don't have a trailer, you don't have the means to get it there, they've got a great crew that'll deliver to your house. They've brought stuff to my house 2 or 3 times. They deliver to Northwest Arkansas as well. Frank Rowe Furniture, 405 Fort Street in Barling. Great deals on cash and credit deals as well. Call them at 478-7006. That's 478-7006. Frank Rowe Furniture. Find them on Facebook as well.
Tommy, what about Christian Franklin finishing the LSU series 6 for 11, had 10 RBIs. Quite impressive for the Arkansas center fielder in Baton Rouge this week, including that, it was a 3-run bomb, I think, in the 7th inning of game number 1.
That should wrap up co-player of the week, right? That's what everybody on social media was saying.
I think that's
should get that deal done. So
I think he's going to get it. Some basketball news for you this morning. Justin Smith heading on to the next level. Put out on social media that he is moving on. Pretty cool to say history was made and this team will never be forgotten. What a season for Justin Smith. His only season in an Arkansas Razorbacks uniform.
Huge impact as a transfer. I mean, I don't have a list in front of me. I just one name that came to mind, and he was a player that had to go JUCO, played at West Stark, then came to Arkansas. So I guess you would qualify him as a transfer, but would be like Ron Brewer that came in and led a team to a Final Four. Wasn't quite that impact, but you think about players that come in and are difference makers in getting to this level that are keys to the team. I mean, key players. Justin Smith certainly fits in this category. I'm sure there's others I'm leaving out of this conversation, but here's a guy that you might be making the tournament, but you're not making the Elite Eight without Justin Smith.
You're correct. A guy that you're not going to have a successful football season without, Tommy, this year is Mr. Traylon Burks. He's projected as the 16th overall draft pick in the first round of the next year's NFL draft, according to Yahoo Sports. Thought that was kind of cool to see his name as high as it was that early in the first round.
Got to have that kind of season. I mean, what kind of season would it take? Obviously, 1,000 yards. I don't know how many touchdowns that equates to. Staying healthy, obviously. Is that 1,200 yards, 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns? What do you got to have to probably live up to that number of being a top 16 draft selection?
I think somewhere in the ballpark of 1,000 yards would be on track for that. I think that NFL scouts are drooling over his hand size, his speed, his just overall stature. I mean, there's so many things that you like about Traylon Burks and what he could be at the next level. And a guy that had success at the next level, Michael Vick, Tommy, ran a 4.72 40-yard dash at 40 years old.
He may get an invite to a camp today. Hey, you got time to come to this OTA?
Maybe the Packers will give him a car since
what are you doing right now?
Since them and Aaron Rodgers seem to be at odds. You said 5% chance that he comes back for the Packers?
I don't know what percentage. I mean, who's going to win out in this battle? Who's going to flinch? I know there's not ownership, but is the executive management going to get rid of the GM and keep Aaron Rodgers, or say, all right, we're going to move on? These are always tough when you got surefire, first ballot Hall of Famers as a quarterback. you're in a no-win situation here. I mean, you basically mortgage the future of the team here and go out, but this could be a deal where you could get a lot of draft picks in order to set up the future of your team, clear up cap space, and I don't understand capology and all that stuff, but man, this is a tough spot the Packers are in here right now.
Yeah. Other NFL news for you this morning. Rakeem Boyd is a Detroit Lion. Xavier Kelly's a Baltimore Raven. Felipe Franks is an Atlanta Falcon. Jerry Jacobs is also with Rakeem in Detroit. And then Jonathan Marshall is a New York Jet. Marshall being the only one drafted. It was cool to see those other guys sign, though, and now it's just a kind of wait-and-see game to see if they can make an NFL roster.
Yeah, and be fun to see how that goes. We're months away from learning some of this, and July and August will be fun months to kind of follow these guys. And then also just news that will come out of rookie camps and OTAs, and just some news that will trickle out. You just want all these guys to stay healthy. That's the main thing with all of them, is no injuries during any of these camps.
Last thing, was the Kentucky Derby entertaining, or was it just a snoozer?
It wasn't, to me, as entertaining as in the past because you didn't have the size of the crowd that we've seen before. I mean, there was like 50,000 people there, 30 in the grandstands, like 50,000 or 15,000 on the infield. But it's always a great 2-minute watch.
Okay.
So, and to see Bob Baffert win a record-setting 7th Derby, I think was worth the time investment. Hey, you know what's coming up this week? Cinco de Mayo. That's Wednesday. So we all got to figure out where we're going to have our fiesta fun. 2 days of fun at Joe's Grill and Cantina. They're going to have live music. They're going to celebrate May 4th and the 5th at Joe's Grill and Cantina. $1 tacos both days, half-price apps and taps, $2 margaritas, and a whole lot more. Music with Flash going to be there both days. So celebrate Cinco de Mayo 2 days at Joe's Grill and Cantina. Tomorrow and Wednesday, May 4th and 5th. That's 3400 South 74th Street, across from Harps and Fort Smith. Your place for Cinco de Mayo is Joe's Grill and Cantina.
Coming up, we'll tell you what's going in the Bud Light Seltzer Morning Rush podcast next.
Hot Take Monday is brought to you by Wheels RV, Highway 412 in Springdale, and online at wheelsrv.net.
Hey, it was BYOG, bring your own guts.
Wheels RV in Springdale wants you to seek out all the Natural State has to offer this year. Explore Arkansas in a new RV from Grand Design, Forest River, KZ, Heartland, Keystone, or Alliance. All the best brands at the best prices. Enjoy peace of mind with our lifetime warranty on every new RV and a mobile service shuttle to keep you camping. So come on in and discover why Wheels RV was voted the best RV dealership in Northwest Arkansas. 5 miles west of I-49, exit 72. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
So, you upgraded to the elevated ride of the 2021 Toyota Highlander.
New Highlander, Mr. D?
Yeah, figured it was time for something nicer, more refined.
Look at this thing. I mean, that moonroof is pretty sweet.
It's extremely stylish.
That's not all. As you can see, it has leather seats, dual-zone climate control,
and comes with all the latest tech.
And Android Auto. Check out this 12.3-inch touchscreen. Great for navigation, hands-free communication, music.
Awesome.
The Highlander also has loads of space and even a third-row seat.
Did I see 5 USB ports?
You sure did, buddy.
Perfect place for your daughter's new boyfriend.
This is so embarrassing.
Elevate every ride in the new 2021 Highlander.
Get $1,500 customer cash, or qualified lessees can lease a new 2021 Highlander L for only $279 a month for 36 months with $29.99 due at signing. Toyota, let's go places. See packages and options at toyota.com for feature availability. Visit buyatoyota.com for details. Offers available in select states and end 5/3/21.
Farm Credit has been a trusted friend for over 100 years. They are ag financing experts. So whether you're a longtime farmer, new to farming, or buying your dream home or land in the country, their experienced staff has a plan to fit your goals, needs, and your bottom line. From farms to land, livestock, equipment, and more, Farm Credit finances it all. Learn more at myaglender.com. Farm Credit is an equal opportunity lender.
There's an old saying, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Hi, this is Scott at Calico County. 2021 is here, and no doubt a lot has changed in the last year. But something that has stayed the same is Calico County's award-winning food. Great portions that are fresh and always cooked from scratch. Something that we have changed is improved curbside service for those of you that don't want to fight the crowds. And of course, we will never change those great cinnamon rolls that everyone loves. So for breakfast, lunch, dinner, or catering, it's Calico County, just off Rodgers Avenue, behind Randall Ford.
Franco Furniture is your Made in the USA headquarters. We carry as many Made in the USA products as we can, including Jackson Catnapper sofas and Love, Speed Queen washers and dryers, and Serenity mattresses. This month, we are offering special pricing on cash and finance. We are family owned, offer in-store no credit check financing, and service after the sale. Deals on cash and credit. In-store no credit check financing is available. Franco Furniture, 405 4th Street, Barling, Arkansas. Best seats in the house.
Evans Body Shop is ready to work for you. Bring us your cars, your trucks, your SUVs, and we will get them back to like-new condition just in time for all of the good times that come with spring and summer. No time to come by for an estimate? Visit our website and utilize our mobile estimating tool. We will keep you updated and informed throughout the repair process, and you can pick up your freshly repaired and detailed vehicle with the peace of mind that our lifetime paint warranty provides. Come by and see us today at 412 Gordon Avenue, Van Buren.
Evans Body Shop, where we meet the nicest people by accident.
The bloodline of any modern business is their computer network, data storage, and supporting hardware. So who takes care of one of the most important aspects of your business? Hashtag Managed IT Services in Van Buren can handle all your networking services like cabling, firewall, routers, and VPNs to hardware and software protection from virus and malware. Hashtag Managed IT Services in Van Buren, 479-802-4978. That's 479-802-4978. Hashtag technology without the headache. Have you ever been to River City Bistro for a brunch on the weekends? Every Saturday and Sunday, River City is open at 10 a.m. with a special brunch menu. Eggs and omelets any way you like. Premium bacon, sausage and ham, waffles, eggs Benedict, and a great drink menu featuring mimosas, Bloody Marys, and all your brunch favorites. We will see you for brunch every Saturday and Sunday starting at 10 a.m. at River City Bistro, 7320 Rodgers Avenue in the Stonewood Village Shopping Center.
Did you know that you can get your car serviced or repaired without ever leaving your house? All you have to do is call Jody's Auto Service Center at 479-649-3399. Jody's will pick up your vehicle, service or repair it for you, and return it fully disinfected to your driveway. Pickup and delivery is free for jobs $75 or more. Jobs less than $75 can be picked up and returned for a $10 fee. Let Jody's Auto Service Centers handle all your service and vehicle repair needs. Call 479-649-3399. Jody's Auto Service Center.
Locally owned Lumber One can handle all of your building needs. They've built their business on having great relationships with everybody from contractors and builders to the everyday build-it-yourself. Lumber One is a full-line door shop to handle all of your door, window, and trim needs. And along with lumber, roofing and drywall products, attic wall and floor insulation is available. Lumber One also does blueprint takeoff with access to design services with estimates available. So go where the pros go. Lumber One, located on Industrial Park Road in Van Buren.
ESPN 95.3.
Good morning to the Morning Rush, everybody.
Smith's in the backfield. They keep it on the ground with him coming left side. Smith's got a chance to get in. Touchdown, Arkansas. Traylon Smith.
You're home for Razorback baseball all season long right here. HitThatLine.com.
You got the win over the LSU Tigers this weekend. Some NFL Hogs were drafted. Justin Smith made his announcement. And a good weekend in Baton Rouge. We'll tell you about all that coming up here on a final segment on a Hot Take Monday of the Morning Rush. Tommy.
Hey, if you're out doing some bass fishing here the next few days, whether it's Beaver Lake, Table Rock, I was out on Norfolk on Friday. Take along the Smithwick Original Suspending Rattling Rogue. It'll help you catch them. It's famous for that rolling action, whether it's fished extremely slow or worked in a heavy current. This rogue will stay in the strike zone longer, allowing you to have more fun and catch more fish. You can find it at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Academy, LureNet.com, and tackle stores all over the place. The Smithwick Original Suspending Rattling Rogue.
Also had a good chat with Tom Murphy, which will go in the Bud Light Seltzer Morning Rush podcast. Were you guys getting a little worried in game number 2 and LSU started to gain some momentum, or was Arkansas just so far ahead that you're thinking this one's in the bag?
I wasn't worried about losing the ball game, but I was worried about what did ultimately occur, and that was LSU gaining some confidence in the momentum shifting, and that's exactly what happened. I don't know if Arkansas would have won game 3 if that 7th inning hadn't occurred, but I just wanted to step on their throat. I didn't want to give them anything to feel good about. That gave them at least something to hang their hat on.
Mm-hmm. So. Did get some good things to feel good about with Jonathan Marshall signing with the Jets and other players signing. Do you have a specific jersey that you don't really wear jerseys?
I'm too old for that.
smackdown of the guys that got drafted each of the places, would you consider buying a jersey? I know no Cowboy Arkansas connection this NFL draft. Would you consider getting a Frank's Falcons or a Jonathan Marshall Jets?
Let's hope there is one for these guys.
Yeah. Probably a Jet. Yeah, well, either one. I'm like Tommy. I have jerseys. I have 2 Cowboys jerseys of Zeke, and then I made a custom jersey for myself of a Cowboys jersey, but I just wear them very sporadically. So
Okay.
I mean, I would consider it. Yeah.
Any place you guys want Justin Smith to end up basketball wise? I know he may. Are you a Mavericks fan?
I don't necessarily have a team. I guess if it came down to it, probably the Thunder.
Yeah, I'm with him. Thunder.
I like when it comes to professional teams. I like to cheer for who's close. I guess.
Yeah.
Thunder would be fun just to kind of keep him close to Arkansas. I think the Pacers may be a good spot if he can wind up there and just kind of be back in Indiana.
Go back to Indy.
Go back to Indy and go to the Pacers. There's a lot of good spots. There's a lot of good spots that he can land in the NBA for sure.
And I told you all the story. There's some guys that he went to high school with that made their way to Nashville for the SEC tournament. They're all wearing Arkansas gear. I went over to them and asked. And they're like, we all go to Bloomington. We go to Indiana, but we love our guy Justin. So
there you go.
He's a likable guy. And I know a lot of
nothing else to cheer for.
Yeah, I know a lot of Arkansas. Well, Archie and company didn't get it done. We'll see if Coach Woodson can come in there and revive that program a little bit. Before we get to JW's call, did have a good work weekend in Baton Rouge. It was a work weekend because we were working on from beer to liquor. So that's the best way to put it. I'd say, but it was a good work weekend, and I think it's enjoyable. I'll hopefully try and somehow, some way convince you that I should be back in Baton Rouge.
He's just trying to convince us that he actually did work.
You should try to convince me how we don't charge you vacation days even though it was the weekend.
Did we do it? Did I do a show? I showed up and did a show on Friday.
And at 9:01, crickets, nothing else.
Well, I mean, Tommy, JT texted in and said, if Ty had brought back a scorebook and detailed notes on all 3 games, I believe that Rashid could have been expensed.
I'm looking
but
here.
Since he has none of these, I think it was this is a weekend getaway.
Not 1 second of audio from Dave Van Horn.
No, nothing.
Patrick Wickland, nothing.
I put
no exclusive interviews.
Unless
no behind-the-scenes chats with anyone from the Razorback baseball team. Nothing.
I FaceTime Phil Saturday morning.
Went to the team hotel and got this exclusive interview. Nothing.
Wow.
I just want to point out also, he said he tweeted out a few videos. There is one tweet.
Yeah.
On our hit that line AR on Twitter.
One. Yeah.
Probably should have gotten the
you have to wipe the sweat off your brow after that tweet.
Hogs up big, 7-0 in the 8th.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, and then they were calling the Hogs.
Then you had to sit down and rest after that tweet, right? Man, I'm wore out.
It was hot down there, man.
I don't think I can work anymore.
Tweeting was hard down there.
Why was it hard, Ty? Humorous, please. Why was it so hard for you to get your thumbs working?
It's just hard, man.
One tweet in 3 games. I am exhausted.
Oh, so.
My thumb was pressing 3 letters at a time. Oh, my God.
All right, let's welcome in JW. I think JW is actually going to support me, which he doesn't typically.
Hey, Ty, I'm calling in support of the young gun who deserves an attaboy for his trip down to Baton Rouge.
Thank you, JW.
Hey,
why does he deserve an attaboy?
But first, I got another general question. Do you know who you should never invite to a Cinco Mayo celebration?
I'm afraid to ask.
If they ask you what date it is, don't invite them. I mean, I'm just saying. They're the wrong people. Anyway, Ty, myself and along with a lot of other your listeners, both here in the state of Arkansas, every place that ESPN Arkansas goes to, we're anxiously awaiting your report this morning on the radio. We frequent your advertisers. We get ideas from your advertisers that we're going to frequent because you have a really good representation there. So I will say that you were actually working because you don't want to overexpose the brand. You want to bring it. Now, you might need a Samoan lawyer if you're going to get
come on.
Hunter Thompson style stuff.
This is a bigger stretch than Ty's making.
You did a great job.
Thank you, JW.
And I'm real proud of you, and I hope you keep it up. And they should expense at least part of it. Or one other minor thing that I should suggest to you. whatever her name was, the one that calls you Tyrannosaurus Rex, what you might consider, just consider, is having like a brunch date with her in broad daylight, because she may
I don't know
not
if
be
broad
your
daylight's good for Ty.
She might not be your cup of tea and vice versa, but she probably has friends who might be a little older. So I just throwing that out there for what it's worth. Anyway, keep on doing. I'm hopelessly addicted to your damn show.
Oh,
as you should be, JW.
Broad daylight, not a good idea.
Speaking of older, more attractive women, how about Zach Wilson's mom stealing the show this weekend at the NFL draft? I mean, my goodness gracious. And then on top of that, Craig Carden, who does sports radio in New York, asked Zach, and I don't have the audio, I probably should have pulled it. It's like, say, hey, what do you think about your mom
Too busy working this weekend.
being home? Like, I don't know how to react.
How uncomfortable could that question be to field as a child when someone is? I didn't hear it, but I can just assume. I can just assume where that question was heading. That would have to be uncomfortable to even field that question.
I would think so, right?
Oh, absolutely.
That's got to be like it, or like your sister, or mom, any family member. When you get asked about something, it just feels weird. Just like, I don't want to answer that. Why'd you ask me that?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm still trying to react.
He's trying to sidestep the landmines of how he was working this weekend.
I did or did or not do the show on Friday?
That doesn't count.
To a
the
T.
show's at 6 a.m.
Friday
on
is not
Friday.
the weekend. That was okay at 9:01. From 9:01 till today, what else occurred? But on this work trip,
did you not see that video I put up?
One
There
tweet.
you go, big guy.
One tweet.
Listen. Again, this comes back to being your fault because you didn't tell me what the expectations of this trip
You're
were.
the face of the brand. You're supposed to know
Bring
what's
back
happening.
notes and a scorebook, some audio that we can run on Monday.
I don't know how to score baseball.
It's easy.
I should have.
Probably don't need to be going on any more baseball trips.
I should have kept the
the
6,
audio 4-3 double play.
This isn't
A 12-second video is all he did while he was down there.
This is not an informative show. This is an entertainment show. I think we
need to know when there's a 5-3 put out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you said.
How'd you score Robert Moore's double play?
2 outs. Here's the thing. I'm very open and honest about this. I coasted on Phil's coattails during halftime because I didn't know jack. I don't know anything. I don't know baseball. I didn't grow up playing baseball. I didn't grow up watching baseball. So I'm very open and honest about that. Now I know everything else I speak to, obviously.
Obviously,
yeah.
But when
we're not expecting you to be at Phil's level of baseball.
No.
Phil and those guys like a Vin Scully, Phil Elson. Yes, I put those two in the same sentence. Those guys are few and
I
far
don't think
between.
Phil would put them two in the same
Probably
sentence.
not. But the level of expertise between those guys, yes, we're not expecting you to be there, but you got to know what a 6-4-3 double play is.
Here's the deal. When we walked outside of the stadium and we met different Arkansas fans like Kendall and the Russellville boys, they didn't ask me, hey, Ty, what did you think about how to score this or score that? They asked me, hey, do you want a beer? That is what I have associated myself with Arkansas because when it comes to baseball,
just a common man.
Yeah, just a common man. I'm not intelligent when it comes to baseball. I'll have a take here and there, and it's probably wrong. Or
save this tape for when we decide who goes to Omaha in a few weeks.
No,
sir.
No,
you dug yourself a grave there, boy.
We're not. I'll
save the tape.
I'll take vacation. I still have my week left of vacation I haven't taken. I'll
you're taking that for your bachelor
I'll
party.
Take it that weekend.
Or the bachelor party you're taking. Excuse me.
No, that's only how many days is that? It's only 2 days, so that doesn't count. I need a week's worth off from you yuckos from this.
We need 2 weeks off.
You need 2 weeks off from us. Yeah. So no, I'll go to Omaha. I'll sacrifice and I'll drive to Omaha, Nebraska. So
is that your decision?
The program director?
Yeah. Someone's got to be able to keep the scorebook. Someone's got to keep a scorebook when you go to Omaha.
Well, it's going to be a quick learning session with me and Phil then, I guess, if that's what I have to do to go to Omaha, Nebraska.
Sit in the press box, not in the outfield. Keep your blood alcohol under 0.
Let me just throw this out there.
I have never, ever had alcohol before going to the press box. That is true. When it's work-related, I do not do that. So I was the DD on Thursday
So
night.
he could go there, do all the big fancy stuff. Oh, I'll persuade you later.
I'd love to hear your pitch. I think we should have one of these shows coming up as we close down here. SmackDown, you and I should have we'll do the Reese Davis.
Yep. I get to be the judge.
Mark,
this time.
what's his? Why am I forgetting?
Jackson.
Lou Holtz and who? Why am I forgetting his name?
Jackson.
Mark May. Lou Holtz and Mark May. We'll have one of those debates.
He wants to go down. He couldn't even.
Who would win that debate?
Who goes to Omaha?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
All right, Hot Take Monday brought to you by Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off I-49 in Springdale. I'll send one of you up there in a Grand Design or Forest River.
There you go.
KZ,
Oh,
Heartland.
Yes, now we're talking.
It'll come back in shambles.
Yeah, that's the problem. I can't do it. But it's got a lifetime warranty.
Oh.
That's every new unit from Wheels has a lifetime warranty. You might need the mobile service shuttle to go to Omaha, though, if Ty's in charge of it. Get by Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Man, I guess we got something to look forward to. By the way, last time you and I had a contest, what happened? Who came out the victor? I don't remember.
Yes, you won.
Okay, I just want to make sure. All right, Morning Rush coming up tomorrow on a Tuesday edition.
It's the 43rd anniversary sale, April 23rd through May the 3rd at Burton Pools and Spas in Springdale and